Here we go. Hey everybody, we're back. Well, we tried to do something a little different. Unfortunately, it was with an older computer, so I could do multiple monitors. It didn't work. So, sorry y'all. Let me see here. Working on some other stuff here. Desktop audio capture. I don't have anything going through right now, so let's turn on some music. What we got here? Oh, it came back.
DraftKings Sportsbook is your home for live betting, and new customers can bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets instantly. Download the app and use the promo code SPEED when you sign up.
Take a look at some replays from this crash with Chastain. Looking at how hard this car is backed into the fence. In turn three, comes around with the right front. They've done a lot of work to get this car to where it can absorb some of these crashes. We've seen drivers injured with crashes similar to that in earlier races with the next gen. Very thankful for the work that's been done to allow those cars to.
All right, so far, once again, if you're just joining us,
listen, the 71 absolutely wrecked it. But
Ross Chastain and
it's just an unnatural kind of stack up on cornering. 2 seconds off the pace and backing off. And
Connor Hocevar, my two drivers.
You're backing off, you know you're going to live.
Getting shot after the second stage, if I'm not
But
wrong.
you're fading left to try to keep the guy that's behind you behind you. You can't give up track position.
Joey Logano restarting front row. Here's 22 audio.
Stay out. Okay. Don't worry, you were 3/4 tenths faster than the guys in front of you, and you couldn't pass them, so take the clean air and drive off.
Paul Wolf is the Mad Hatter.
Yeah, we'll get this restart.
Well, I just blew my nose. And it was
Just that
nasty.
track position.
The nice part about today is that the stuff is thickened, not to be too gross, but the stuff is thickened up and it's coming out. Thank God.
Restarts row 2. Cedric Logano.
So we got number 1 Cedric, 2 Logano, 3 Barry, 4 Briscoe, 5 Wallace, 6 Reddick, 4 Scholes, 8 Byron, 9 Busher, 10 Bush. And my man Allmendinger is running 11th. Hocevar is 12th. So there you go.
Now, if you're Briscoe or Wallace, you're the opposite. You are push. Oh boy, big blocks.
Get ready, Steve. Here they come.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh man, Busher had to make a big move.
I also want to tell y'all that it does hurt a little bit to talk, so I'm not going to be talking as much.
Busher was
Just
already
let y'all know,
there.
just be sitting here watching. Hopefully y'all are watching too. So
Kyle Busch is able to get through. 43 getting around. 45 to Reddick.
Reddick second prior to the pit stops, dropping back now. Look at this, so aggressive down this front straightaway.
Yeah, Byron gets blocked all the way down the front straightaway by Reddick. Reddick lost a little momentum when the 43 goes around, and that cost him that spot as well to Byron.
Reddick back to 8th in the running order. Austin Dillon.
all right, so Hocevar briefly up to 10th spot. Allmendinger has dropped to 15th.
SVG on the inside, he's going to get trained.
Hocevar up to 11th.
Got the back straightaway. Christopher Bell blocking, under attack.
AJ Allmendinger getting with it into 16. AJ had speed yesterday, qualified inside the top 10 driving for Team Collie.
They fire off on these restarts and they run hard as heck for a while until everything sort of settles down and so they start trying to save fuel. How much can I lift without losing a spot or giving up a position?
Big advantage by Suarez right there.
There are 24 laps, just about halfway through the first stage.
Cedric and Logano is now just going to try to stack the field up. And it wouldn't shock me if they're going to try to go all the way to lap 50 with those yellows. That's way outside what I thought. They're either going to try to pit under green, which if they hold the lead, they can pull off. But if you lose the lead, you can't really pit out of the lead. You know, you can't pit without losing a lap. So it'll be interesting to see as we get closer to the end of the stage what the 222's plans are. This block right here is going to go bad for SVG. Ty Gibbs has shown some patience, but I think he's running out of them from where I see, right? He's there, and SVG, the blocks are just a little late. I think he has every right to block, but we're very late.
Back to the front of the field, Cindric, and a report from Allen.
Yeah, no talk with Austin Cindric about making it the entire stage, but I did talk to his crew chief about this exact strategy and trying to get as big of a gap as he can so they can finish without losing a lap and then trying to keep that track position at the stage break. So they told him after this restart, get as big of a gap as you can to maybe hit without losing that lap. It's all going to come down to that timing and that strategy, Marty.
71 into the wall, I believe, on the track. And yeah, is that a right front down, Adam?
It certainly looks that way.
Yeah.
We stay green for now.
I don't see any damage.
Said 71 went in the wall with their right front tire down.
Right front tire down from
Who
some
was
reason.
71?
And we know that he had a little
Austin
contact, a
Cindric.
little nose contact with
No, that's number
Chastain.
2, sorry.
So maybe there's some undercarriage or underbody damage that has been, rubbing the
There he
tire.
is.
He's been going around the track to
That's
cut it down.
Michael McDowell.
They did a little bit of work to the front end there, trying to repair that damage on the splitter.
Back to Allen's update on the 2. That's a great update, Allen. I didn't know if they could make it to the end. Allen says it's not their plan. So it takes about 49 or 50 seconds to pit and put 4 tires on and rejoin the field. Lap times 51, 52, 53 seconds. So you can understand how close this is going to be for the 2 car. They can pit from the lead as now they catch the 71 still smoking. But you can pit from the lead, Marty, but it just gets very close. Even any sort of hiccup, you would lose a lap.
Yeah, meanwhile, we were watching Ty Gibbs just a moment ago. He is stuck back in 19th position. They went with 4 tires on that last stop. Listen to why Chris Gabehart made that decision.
Tires are going to matter here quite a bit. That was quite a bit more fall off than anybody was expecting. And this is going to be a pretty long run to the end here. So.
But Steve, how tough is it if you're in Chris Gabehart's position to give up all that track position? They were in the top 5 before this stop right now on 19.
Yeah, I just don't agree that the fall off is real. I agree that the data he is looking at, what he's saying is the lap times are slowing down more than we expected. I just feel that's being generated by this whole fuel conversation. Now look, Chris Gabehart knows his stuff. So he has better tools than I have up here in the TV booth. He might be seeing something the way the cars are moving around or sliding. To his point, it's a long run, still 23 to go. So it could be the last 10 laps of this run, and this 54 could launch forward with those extra left side tires.
Noah Gregson unscheduled pit stop. He was 16th, and he's now fallen outside the top 30. Here's Danielle.
Noah Gregson with an unscheduled pit stop. I'm going to take this off, by the way. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to leave my mic on.
We are going to be saving fuel from the drop of the green flag, just like we would at a speedway, Daytona and Talladega. He finished 8th here a year ago. He said, in part, because I was saving fuel the entire time.
Yeah, look, it's not popular, it's not sexy to go out and save gas, but it's data analytics. We see
You can't
this in
see this,
football,
but on the
basketball,
screen,
baseball, golf.
the top
Data
2
is
people,
changing how
Austin
they
Cindric running
play,
1
how
and
those
2
taxis,
number 2.
these crew chiefs.
Only have about 40% of them remaining, down to 30.
We talked about that. They'll tell you
So they're going to have to
That's what
pit.
they're going to do. Yeah, look over
for
here,
the
Adam. That's what we're going to
stage.
do for sure. And that, that's the game they play. I miss that game. I used to get my heart pumping to think, man, we are playing chess on pit road.
Kyle Larson and Christopher Bell down the front straightaway. A lot of cars up there blocking contact. As see, Bell tried to go to the middle there, and the 3 of Austin Dillon was already down there. And you see all this action. This is all happening on restarts. And that's when all of the accidents happened last year.
In 1,000, or not even 1,000, 20 of those, that's what we don't see, Dale, right? The guy cuts you off 2 or 3 times. Finally, with 20 to go, you're like, nope, too much. I'm not lifting. I'm sending you. And we sometimes don't realize why all of a sudden it looked like they've lost their mind, and that's because there's been 10 paper cuts that have pushed you right to the edge, sanity, before you wreck them.
Last year's winner, quiet early. Larson back there in 12. Top 5, Cindric, Logano, Briscoe, Wallace, and Josh Berry. You're watching the Brickyard 400 on TNT.
All right, Brickyard 400 on TNT. Dynamite TNT. All right, let's get back now to some music, shall we? Here's a little Sabbath. Remembering once again Ozzy Osbourne. Hated to lose him, but here we go.
22 are going. See, the lap times all down in the 51s now. Everybody pushing pretty hard here. Marty.
Yeah, Junior, they told Chase Briscoe and Bubba Wallace, this is the 2 and the 22 are starting to push the pace a little bit, so they have been able to match it here. When I talked to Charles tonight, the crew chief for Bubba Wallace this morning, he said, we have the best speed for this race that we've had maybe since Miami. Back in March, he said, I feel so confident about the 23 car and what we can do today. And Junior, they had his first ever top 10 at Dover last week. He said that was such a shot in the arm for us because that's a racetrack where Bubba has struggled in the past. For us to get a top 10 and then come through and be better in the race throughout the race was really important for us coming into Indy.
See Josh Berry getting a little bit closer at the end of the back straightaway. Entering turn 1 and entering turn 3 are your opportunities to pass. You got to set that pass up. You know, kind of backing up your corners to be able to get those runs off of turn 2 and off of turn 4. Try to see if you got a shot at maybe getting to the inside or getting to the left rear quarter panel. Entering turn 3, entering turn 1 as well.
And we talk about Bubba Wallace, and you saw the points in the pylon a couple of weeks ago. He's sweating it big time. I'm sure not sleeping much at night throughout the week, but he helped himself at Dover, as Marty talked about. You qualify up front today, and it puts you in position to do something they've really done a good job of all season long, and that is gain some stage points, running fourth, and points as they run at plus 53, trying to create some cushion. So we have 5 races to go till we begin that quest for a championship.
Cedric stretching it out to over 3.5 seconds. Alan, what you got on the 2?
Well, this cat and mouse strategy game, they're letting Austin Cindric know not how far the lead is over second place Joey Logano, they're letting him know how far the lead is over Chase Briscoe, now up to 5.2 seconds. They're also letting him know how far it is above 10, which is about 9 seconds right now. So they're not tipping their hand yet on when they may pit, how long they'll try to stretch this out. But this strategy called the cat and mouse game is when to pit, how much time they may have. They're letting him know what the lead is right now.
The further he is in front of Briscoe, the more fuel they can put in on the pit stop. Is basically the math. They know where they're going to rejoin, and they, in a perfect world, they would get as much fuel as possible, rejoin the racetrack right in front of Chase Briscoe. Last car on the lead lap. That would be exactly what the 2 and the 22 are looking to do.
See, the 21 of Josh Berry finally got around the 23 of Berry, or 23 of Bubba Wallace. Let's take a look and see how that happened. Down the back straightaway, he set this pass up through turn 1 and off the 2. Bubba Wallace, they have a strategy. They have a fuel mileage they're intending to run. Bubba Wallace is going to adhere to that. He's not worried about this 21 car. He lets that 21 car go.
Yeah, the 21 is hitting under green. Now, Jones behind him, that's on the same strategy. So Bubba's going to, not want to let him by. I'm not saying he can hold him off, but if 43 gets by, then I think if you're a Bubba Wallace fan, you have to be a little concerned that maybe your car is not as good as you hope it would be.
You just can't overreact as a race fan when you're watching here, because sometimes...
Wait a second. I'm a fan. I can overreact all the time. I can overreact if I'm a Red Sox fan. If so, yeah, I hear you.
You overreact, but sometimes there's no need.
That's true.
It's all a part of the game. Just let him go and live to fight another day. What about it, Marty?
Yeah, no overreaction in the 23 camp. In fact, when the 21 went by just a moment ago, Bubba Wallace told Charles tonight on the radio, I'm neutral, negative and a half. I had to get that translated, Alan. That means he needs to turn just a little bit better in the center of the corner.
For Austin Cindric, they told him over the radio, Brian Wilson said, we have time to do a 14-second pit stop. No mistakes. Again, that lead over Chase Briscoe right now, 5.2 seconds. So they're doing the math.
Alan brings up something there that we have to discuss, and that is, you can do all the math you want and how much time you have to make that pit stop, but you also have to understand it comes with no miscues, because one bobble, when you're running it this tight, could change the game in these situations. Alan?
And that's what they were telling him, 14 seconds worth of fuel, as much as he can stretch it out. The bigger they stretch that out, as Steve said, the more fuel they can put in. It just can have no mistakes when they come down pit road. But he was told at least a 14-second pit stop.
14 seconds is a lot. You can change 4 tires in 10 and a half seconds. So 14 seconds, you can put all 20 gallons in.
Got word Ross Chastain evaluated at the care center, and he has been released.
Ross Chastain.
And here's Joey Logano
Okay.
making his pit stop, 10 to go, stage 1.
All right, so let's see how much fuel Paul Wolf dares put in this 22 car. Remember, 10 seconds, tires will be changed. Really watch the pit stop. They're going to either set the jack down on the left or leave it jacked up, but they're all going to be focused on the fuel man, Allen. It's how much fuel they can get in this car.
And it's all about going mistake-free. Joey Logano was saying as this run kept going on, it was getting
All right, 10 laps to go now in the stage. We're going to see people start to pit.
That better clean air out there. Right side tires on, fuel can in. You can see him bringing the second one in. Left side tires on, waiting on the fuel. They're all looking on and off. Looks clean for the 22.
You see the rear tire changer didn't even run around the car. He walked because it had nothing to do with him. The guy with the gas can was the entire pit stop. So now here comes Cindric as well. We'll confirm where the 22 blends, but he should be easily out in front of the pack. Now it's the 2's pit stop. A mistake would be absolutely critical for the 2. Allen, let's see how the 2 does it.
And this was a strategy call that they envisioned.
Should like an O2 next commercial. I gotta go get me some medicine.
They envisioned something like this, manufacturing the track position to get the lead and then get as far as out
of his pit
to
stop.
get themselves as much fuel as they can and hopefully set themselves up later on. Over to the right side, you can see the fuel can going in. Over to the left side on fuel, second can of fuel in there. Remember, they called for a 14-second pit stop to get as much fuel as they can. Waiting on and off for Austin Cindric.
All right, upper left, you see the track map, 22 out in front of the 19. You see the 2 sitting on pit road. And now what you're going to do is you're going to see Cindric leave pit road. You have to use the access lane in 1 and 2. We've seen some penalties there in the past, so he's going to really have to do his part here. The 19 is going to try to push the issue. Here's the 21 coming to pit road, but you see the 22 who left pit road in front of the 19. Last car lead lap, so everything good. As we kind of get around this corner, the 2 should hopefully have no problem staying on the lead lap either, Allen.
And look, they're hoping the same thing for the 21 on the same Team Penske strategy. Such an up and down year for Josh Berry. I talked to his crew chief earlier, Miles Stanley. They had that win earlier in the season, but then it all came back to reality. Josh Berry, a second-year Cup Series driver. They've had some frustrations, but they're trying to manufacture that position, keep themselves out in front of this field. That second can of fuel going in. Looks pretty clean for the 21 car. Josh Berry on and off.
All right, so clean on and off, but remember, he was further behind. So as we kind
So
of
again, the two people we're watching here for our sake are Hocevar and Allmendinger. Hocevar up to 8th now.
We have the 21 leaving pit road right here, so he's really focused on the 19. It's going to be close to 19 of Briscoe.
7 to go in the stage.
Now, Barry on the access road. There's Cindric. Barry did a nice job. We'll see how fast he can run the access road here. There's Logano, there's Briscoe. So Barry should be able to stay.
Allmendinger 11th, Hocevar 8th.
Exactly.
7 to go in the
just to assure
stage.
that he didn't come off pit road getting lapped by the 19 of Briscoe. So the 22 has a little more fuel. The 22, the 2 car as well probably has more fuel. The 21 not quite as much, but all 3 are able to stay on the lead lap and keep the strategy alive.
Bubba Wallace flirting with the grass coming off of turn 2. He and Aaron Jones have just been going back and forth in this run of the race.
Bubba's on a strict strategy from his team on how much fuel to save, so he has to run the bottom of the racetrack on the straightaway while running part throttle, trying to keep this 43 car behind him. Hey, if you want to pass me, go around the top. Then Bubba probably gives a little gas right here. Says, no, you're not going by. I'm going to beat you down in the corner. So Bubba's running a lot less throttle. You see how bad the air is for the 43 when he is behind that 23 car down in the turn that tight. That shows you the problem with the next-gen car when you're behind another car directly at a track like this.
We're down to 6 to go now.
Appreciate it, guys. Yeah. That's the easiest pass I've done.
Right now we got Briscoe 1, Wallace 2, Jones 3, Byron 4, Reddick 5, 6 Busher, 7 Bush, 8 our man Hocevar, 9 Larson, and 10 Dylan Allmendinger in 11.
Later in the day. And, we're coming to the end of the stage.
5 to go.
No one needs stage points more than Bubba Wallace. And now look at this.
There's other cars that can jump onto that Penske strategy. That's what Aaron Jones is deciding right here. He doesn't need as much fuel. He got 2 tires. So this will not wait on gas. This stop will look very different. When the 4 tires are changed, the jack will drop. this might open up even the next lap so other guys can come. So now, this is a leapfrog, Marty. I think Jones has said, you know what, I'm getting on the Penske strategy.
Yeah, Steve, you can't be further behind the leader than 4 seconds and pit at Indianapolis without going down a lap. You see right beside our scoring monitor there, that's where Chase Briscoe is on the track. That's what Ben Bayshore is watching as well. Bayshore saying his car, Jones saying his car's a little bit too tight. Bayshore going to make a small adjustment here, but a terrific run. When I asked Ben Bayshore, are they surprised by their speed in Indianapolis? He said, no, we were quick here last year.
Allmendinger up to 10th.
Earlier this year, so we expected to be good. But here comes the 19. Can the 43 stay in front of him?
That's the big question for me. We saw nobody else come to pit road, so the 43 is on a strategy by himself. Leader into one, the 43 is around the corner on the access road. You see it on the map. When we hit the backstretch, they'll both get in the frame. Can the 43 stay in front of the 19? 43, 19. The 19 is going to be coming with a big head of steam. 3 laps to go. Jones has got to hold off Briscoe to stay in the lead lap.
That was snug right there. And Jones comes off, jumps out in front of Briscoe. He's able to stay on the lead lap. So everything is cycled back to Chase. 3 to go in the stage. And when the 19 comes around, 2 to go, we close pit road. And I look up there in the top 10, a lot of drivers in points in position to get it. We talk about Bubba Wallace, same circumstance for Chris Buescher, who is 5th right now.
I love Bubba not pitting. You know what I love about these stage points? It's like, man, we don't know what's going to happen.
3 to go.
Chaos at the final stage.
Our boy Hocevar, 7th. Allmendinger, 10th.
Something in your paycheck, even if you wreck, you got those points. They're guaranteed.
Nice little insurance policy. And speaking of,
Wallace running 2nd.
Look at Chase Briscoe.
Briscoe 1, Wallace 2, Byron 3, Reddick 4, Buescher 5th, Busch 6, Hocevar 7th, Larson 8th, Dillon 9th, Allmendinger.
He's thinking big picture about a title, and those playoff points will help him come fall time. Marty?
Yeah, Adam, when I talked to Charles tonight this morning about their situation with stage points, he said right now for us, the Knight said right now for us, stage points are everything, and here they could get 9 more stage points. Steve, they have made a living on this 23 team, getting stage points this year. And when you're 16 above the cut line, and that's it. With 5 races to go, you need all you can grab.
So unless something changes, Briscoe looks like he's going to get the stage.
45, the temp and the oven just got turned up right there. They said no more saving gas. If I can push for 1 lap, I might be able to pass you for a point. There's a little dress rehearsal. This is what the end of every stage is going to look like.
I will say these points, though, big for William Byron as well. And the reason stage points are big for him, because he wants that regular season championship. He lost the lead last week to Chase Elliott, but helping himself here today.
And look at the running order. We've talked a lot about Wallace, Byron, and Reddick, but how about Buescher? How about
1 lap to go on the stage?
And Hocevar, just Lawrence or Dillon there in 9th. Just a lot of guys that are having very good runs so far.
A couple of guys inside the top 10 that have won a Brickyard 400, Busch and Larson. Here we come, back to the green and white checkered flag. Stage 1 done in Indianapolis, and it's going to be Chase Briscoe who wins it after starting on the pole. Wallace finishes the deal. Byron gets 8
here
points.
Here comes your stage winners
Buescher.
here.
For Briscoe, that's his 2nd stage win of the campaign. Last time he won a stage, Pocono. It's also the last time he won a race. We're off and rolling in a crown jewel. It's the Brickyard 400 on TNT.
Here come your stage winners. They're going to cut me short on here probably. Briscoe, Wallace, Byron, Reddick, Buescher, Busch, Hocevar 7th, Larson 8th, Dillon 9th, Allmendinger 10th. So at least my guys got top 10, right? All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to some music, and then I'm going to be right back. Well, I guess some medicine.
NASCAR Cup Series racing on TV is brought to you by Insulin Credit Karma. You can count on. Progressive. Protect your auto, home, and business today at progressive.com. And by Burger King. At BK, have it your way.
Dude, it's beautiful. I mean, it's should we be our big stand here. Has to put it on the green, won't pit. Everybody else will pit. It's going to be a little bit chaotic. I assume 4 tires, varying fuel, same thing as earlier. You just cannot get run over. You just got to stay out.
and Larry Reynolds, thank you, fellas. And you guys have been doing a great job last few weeks covering everything in the bracket. Here's Alan Gavana moments ago with Ross Chastain.
Ross Chastain checked and released from the infield care center early Angier day. I know it's up back there in the back. What happened?
I went into 10-3 and got ran into some tough weekend, so I was like heavy. But felt the same as balance wise and grip wise. The next couple cars in front of us just went along and yeah, we just move on that one.
All right, you won one crown jewel earlier this year. No Brickyard for him today.
Pretty accurate. Run over from behind. Watch the choose there. You see up front, Priest. Now Bowman, Priest taking on the outside line. And Cindric Haley. The inside line, sorry for Priest. And then Cindric and Haley. And Logano and Barry. All on this unique strategy now. Jones on that strategy as well. It'll be interesting to see with Hocevar and the two right side tires how the balance of that car is. We know right side tires will tighten the car up. And everybody's been complaining about being loose, so that could be a good move in terms of being able to get into comfort. Bringing it up to 20 of that, and then that's yes right here. Done that at 17 seconds. Really trying to put an advantage by putting some more fuel on.
Stops, sent them all the way back, so that they came in, made a stop earlier to top off on the fuel, and just trying a new strategy call for what they can. They stayed out here, keep that track position, keep as much as they can. Hopefully back to the air.
Alan, you heard Dale Jr. say a moment ago, a lot of drivers fighting for loose. Well, Alex Bowman, he is on the outside of row one, says, I'm fighting tight. Exits mostly. There's also been communication with Team 48 crew chief Blake Harris about weather possibly coming. You remember, earlier today, this race 10 minutes quickly. Let's listen in on Team 48.
There's potential rain at halfway, and this one stops us at halfway. So we really need to go at least 8, maybe like 5-6 green flag laps before the window opens to the stage. We would like to go further, just to give us a little more in case the rain doesn't come to kind of stack some fuel later. If that makes sense.
All right, here we are.
Adam, makes sense to our resident crew chief, Steve Letard up there.
5 laps into stage 2.
Concept. I don't like the weather when I look at it. When I look at the weather, there is a ton of weather that can pop up anywhere. But if you're the Indiana daytime race, we're going to get big time race. It's on me. I just did another
Priest, number 1. Bowman 2. Haley 3. Cindric 4. 5 Barry. 6 Logano. Jones 7. Hocevar 8. 9 Briscoe. 10 Byron. 11 Reddick. 12 Wallace. 13 Busch. Larson 14. 15 Suarez. 16 Busher. 17 Gibbs. 18 Allmendinger. 19 Hamlin. 20 Dillon as we go back to the green flag, baby! As I open me another cold berth. Uh-oh, something happened in the back here. Got somebody running with smoke, tire down or something in the back here. You know, I'm thinking after the pity shot, we pick a third driver. That's what I think.
take a look at the replay and see how that stuff happened at the back of the field. Sliding on board with the 10, Ty Dillon. Just a big, huge checkup, and it turns the 47 of Stenhouse into the outside wall hard with the right front. We see this all the time. Restarts here at Indy. The field starts accelerating, the back of the field accelerating, anticipating. Everyone going when it doesn't happen, and you have to stop. The guys in the back don't know that's coming. You end up running in the back of each other. I've done that. I've been wrecked here on restarts, wrecked myself, however you want to look at it.
I'll say this, though. This is part of the danger of the pit cycle and where you are, because once you get stuck back, you become real vulnerable to that kind of thing on these restarts.
And you saw a couple of the 3. He was in the mix there. He's behind the wall now. Damage. He has to fix a radiator. Byron, big move on the 77. A late move into the corner. I love it if it works.
Yep, that's the dive bomb. You're going to see more and more of that. Larson was doing that all last year, getting through the field. You have to do it here. This is the only opportunity you have to be able to get on the inside of somebody. Might be late down this long back straightaway, the long front straightaway. That would be a no-no anywhere else. Right?
Absolutely.
That would everybody be like, oh, you don't drive that way.
I forgot, I didn't see who exactly it was. Somebody ended up getting into the wall on the restart. Top 3, Priest, Bowman, and Haley are going to need fuel here. Priest running 19%, Bowman 16, and Haley 16. Going to need fuel real soon here. Hocevar, our man Hocevar at 6th. So at this point, if Hocevar or Allmendinger win the second stage, it's going to be a shotty for us anyway. So, well, my beard looks just scraggly today. I had to run a comb through it today.
You're in that accordion effect on the restart, Marty.
You talk about strategy.
Chastain is out. Gregson is off. He says, I don't know what that means. Where is in the pit?
He's back to 16. You don't know what you want to do. He's flooding pretty badly. We're going to try and get some pictures of that, just how bad that damage is. See, but with the Xfinity mode on board, we're trying to
Manufacturer has restorations from all around the racetrack and live updates to the computer. High resolution pictures of their car, the attitude, the potential damage to come up with. Just a great plan. So those are the pictures Marty's talking about.
Frustrating for Reddick. Good car today. Really showed it early in this race. Had a great qualifying yesterday, but it is a long afternoon. And if you go back to last year, he had a really good race car. Had to balance through some tough times, come back, and he finished second this year. Been a very good.
So right now, Priest 1, Bowman 2, Haley 3, Cedric 4, Byron 5, Hocevar 6. Wallace 7th, Logano 8th, Busher 9, Barry 10. And I don't know where Allmendinger went. He must be way back there. I think I'm going to add one more to the issue. If any of my chosen drivers take an unscheduled pit, we're going to count that as a shot too. Because I'm mighty thirsty. And they keep talking about the potential for weather.
We're guessing about 7 to 9% remaining. Probably a couple of laps because of green. So 3 plus the yellow flag, but we do know the leaders need to get.
A lot of weather south of us along band, going from west to east, and moving toward the east.
I'm going to check the weather report myself. I also need to check my email.
Out of nowhere yesterday, they got later into the Xfinity race. So I think we're going to see. I think we're going to get quite a few laps here in this race today.
Talk about the fact Ryan Priest is going to have the top spot. Give up the top spot. I didn't realize this. He came here as quarter midgets in the parking lot. And is well aware of the history of Indianapolis.
It's 98 degrees here right now.
Of a pop song people forgot, and I can't keep a girl, no, 'cause as soon as the sun comes up I cut them all loose and work's my excuse, but the truth is I can't open up. And you don't wanna be high like me, never really knowing why like me. You don't ever wanna step off that roller coaster and be all alone. You don't wanna ride the bus like this, never know who to trust like this. You don't wanna be stuck up on that station, stuck up on that station. I know.
Within a couple seconds, they should be.
Sad soul.
No violation right there. There you go. Now the seven's gonna have problems. The 7 right there going out of the screen.
Darling,
See how that looks like on the back.
I know.
Okay. 7.
Or sad soul.
Not okay. Lap down for Justin Haley and Priest. The green flag stops currently have put them in a bad spot. Alan, what happened to the 60s pit stop?
Well, they were waiting on the fuel as well, but they also had a bad pit stop. The jack fell, so they had to wait for that as well. You can see it right here. They right side, okay, fuel can in there, and then they come around to the left side and waiting to put that second fuel can in, and there's an issue right there. You see they can't get the jack up there, and took more than one pump to do that, get the tires on the left side. Still waiting, had to wait on that.
And I'm telling you, the crew chief, you are coming unglued. You know you're waiting on gas, guys. We could change these tires at practice speed, 80%. There is no need to go fast, and yet, like, that's like fumbling the handoff on a deal. Hey, we're gonna run the clock out to the half, and you fumble the handoff. Like what are we doing? There has to be. Now it's a human error. It happens, but you get so frustrated because it's an unforced error. It's one thing when you make a mistake trying to go fast, but going slow, out of rhythm, and a mistake on the 60.
Can you tell that Steve's ready for football season?
Man.
Second straight week he's using football analogies.
I was dreaming it was the Colts when I said it.
Hey, let's go to who's leading this race, because you look at our pylon, and it's Austin Cindric. But he's on a different strategy than that of William Byron, who was a part of that group that ran it long and got the ball tied.
So if you heard that, there was a penalty. A couple people went lap down, but Cindric is still ahead. Byron number 2. Our boy Hocevar up there at number 3, but he is 2.5 seconds behind.
He has 10 laps more fuel on board, which will help him later on. We talked about how long he has.
We're 19 laps into stage 2, which is a 50-stage lap. 50-lap stage, sorry. Hell, if Hocevar gets the lead, I might just do a shot. I make the fucking rules anyway, right?
Fuel on the 23 car. So really the first car with 4 tires on that last stop and completely full of fuel. How will that play an advantage for Bubba Wallace when these next stops come up, Steve?
Well, everybody's just kind of waiting to see if the caution's going to bring this up or not. A caution kind of changes everything. Right now we're looking at it purely as a green flag race, knowing that we are 30 laps to go to the end of the stage. But you look at, say, Briscoe right here, who's sat on the pole, controlled the race. He's all the way back in 10th. So in all, it's really easy in these messy situations of all these strategies to kind of lose the score. What do you always say, Adam? Time and score, that's what's most important. Well, it's okay. If you're watching this and you're a little confused at the score, feel pretty comfortable. Because there's some guys on pit road that aren't sure where the score is. They're trying to figure out, do they have an advantage? And they're all kind of guessing where their competitors are on fuel.
Kyle Busch, a name that popped up on the leaderboard early, and right now drifted a little bit here.
And he's looking at the damage on the nose of that car. We talked about all the cars that were involved in that restart accident. There's just a ton of cars through the field that probably have some, some damage to the nose or the tailpiece. And this is huge damage for this 8 car. Way off the pace, dropped all the way back to 25th, Allen.
Yeah, Junior, it's not only like aero damage, but the splitter is way up, and they're saying the intake is having trouble getting more air, so they are down on power as well.
They restarted well, they had a decent strategy going, but now sitting there way back in the 25th, just doesn't have the same power they had and the same power as the rest of the field around them.
Right there in front of me, the 16-2 of A.J. Allmendinger with nose damage. So there's a ton of cars through the field that suffered a little bit of cosmetic damage in that restart zone that are affected throughout the rest of the day.
Austin Cindric has led 29 laps. That's the most laps led here by a Penske car since Rusty Wallace in 2000. Pit stops coming up.
All right, let's get back to some music, y'all.
Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Let's do a RFK Racing Spotlight presented by Trimble. Chris Buescher, best of the bunch, running 6 right now. Really good spot when you look at the overall strategy and how we would score this thing. Brad Keselowski, top 20, won the race here in 2018. We talked about Ryan Preece, a lap down, but he's the first car in the 1 lap down category right now, so should we get a caution, he could get back on the lead lap.
Yeah, the lead's a little bit tight right up here at the front with Byron and the 2 of Cindric. And there's a lot of traffic in front of them, and so while we've talked about the dirty air and how challenging that can be for Byron, this 2 car that's the leader as he starts to close the gap on Ty Dillon right there in front of him. Ty Dillon's going to race hard. He's got $1 million on the line. Doesn't want to lose a lap, right? Yeah. So he's going to make it really hard for the 2 if he can. And that's going to slow that 2 down and back him up to the nose of that 24 Byron.
And Preece is going to go from the other side trying to run the 24 down, right? Because he wants to get it.
Here's your rundown. Number 1, Cindric. 2, Byron. 3, Hocevar. 4, Wallace. Change that. 3, Hocevar. 4, Logano. 5, Wallace. 6, Buescher. 7, Berry. 8, Larson. 9, Gibbs. 10, Briscoe. 11, Hamlin. 12, Jones. 13, Reddick. 14, Gilliland. 15, Elliott. 16, Blaney. 17, Smith. 18, Keselowski. 19, Custer. And 20, Bell. Hocevar, 5.25 seconds behind the leader, and Byron is only 0.4. So he's quite a ways back. If he were to get up toward the second place, it would be a miracle. So he's losing.
Sees that flat tire. He's thinking the yellow's going to come out, so he jumps the pit road.
He's hoping for a yellow, praying for a yellow.
Before the yellow. Great call by the 24. If the yellow does come out, this could be a game changer.
Yeah, brilliant move by Rudy Fugle. That happened when William Byron was in turn 3 and immediately.
Oh, number 41, smoke pouring out of his right rear tire.
The other thing this opens up.
Oh, maybe he was just getting some. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe he was just getting some coming off. Uh-oh, something's going on.
They can make one more stop if they
I don't
wanted
know.
to, Steve, with 82 to go. William Byron can make it on one more stop in this race as you see that pit stop going.
Hocevar up to number 2.
So far, though, for the 24. They tried to catch it. I don't think they're going to.
Yeah, Custer able to get back.
I swear to God, if Hocevar goes to number 1, just for being not going to do a shot.
Update, they were in the window, so no real penalty, a little bit earlier than they wanted to. Here comes kind of the back of the field. Remember, this 2 car will have to pit under green. I don't think he'll get
Hocevar, though, 5.39 seconds behind the leader.
Close, I think. Off turn 2, we'll get that shot down the backstretch. I think we should be all right on the 24, though. Now the 5 on pit road is
5 on pit road now as well.
Yeah, Kyle Larson says he's just tight when he gets there in traffic. They've been trying to figure that out. He's pitted twice already today, last time from right side tires and fuel. Kyle Larson is winner here.
Y'all, I didn't bother with my contacts in today
Didn't quite have the speed that he wanted.
I think I'm leaving the house.
Practice having to start 13th and outside of the top 10, but it looks like a clean stop so far as they move around to the left side, put that can of fuel in there, trying to be in that window and get on the pit road.
Oh, look at this stack up right here, though. Denny Hamlin, the 43, the 19, cost the 11 a bunch of time as they're too wide in front of them.
Great effort for Denny Hamlin. They spent 7 hours working to get the backup car ready after he crashed the primary yesterday in qualifying. But he has worked his way to the front from the back in a backup car. 2 pit stops. Twice they took right side tires. Here's Carson Hocevar. Green flag service, Marty.
Yeah, Adam, I wonder if Carson Hocevar has ever been happier to get some left side tires because you mentioned it, back-to-back right side tire stops for this 77 car. So the car is really good, especially way different when he's out front.
Hocevar now is going in for pit, so he is not. He is not going to get first place.
So now for the 77, same thing, rinse and repeat, clean pit stop, trying to get out in front. Currently, the 2 of Cindric leading the race has got Kyle Larson trapped the lap down. So a caution right now, Larson will get the free pass or even take the waiver out. But it's a scary situation. If you Cliff Daniels in the 5, your gamble to pit makes sense. But you're a lap down, which is scary.
Yeah, the 77 doesn't. He gets lapped, doesn't beat the 2 off pit road. You see at the top of your screen there. 21's on pit road, Alan.
Yeah, Josh Berry was on that same Penske strategy earlier. He says it's tightened up a bit, but overall it's pretty good. But remember, they're trying to be on that differing strategy that they were on. 2 tires on the right side. We'll see what the full strategy is. Going over 1 can of fuel, second can. Looks like a clean stop for 21 of Josh Berry, Danielle.
So,
Chase Elliott in the 9 team coming in right now, Alan. Pretty happy with the car Chase Elliott is reporting. He said the right rear gets a little warm and pumped up, but able to pull it back off in this last run.
Allmendinger running 19th, by the way.
Just past halfway, stage 2 in the Brickyard 400. Austin Cindric stays on track. He continues to lead. He's led the most laps today.
Led the most laps, and he continues. Every lap he runs, he continues to lap cars that are coming to pit road. I only say that because a yellow right now would be an absolute game changer to this entire race, the complexion of this race. It would be great for Byron, who has pitted and stayed on the lead lap, but for the cars that are a lap down, say Larson, or any of the group behind it, Barry, Hocevar, Elliott, all a lap down to just this car, who needs fuel in the next couple laps. It makes, look, I'm nervous for him. This is uncomfortable for a team like Larson to think, you know, we're riding around a lap down.
Oh, we got a problem with the leader of the two. The two got a tire going down. The right rear is flat on Cindric's
I
car.
don't know if y'all heard that, but the leader, number 2, Austin Cindric, has a right rear tire going down.
And the 5's trying to get by in case the yellow comes out. He's unlapped himself.
And also Justin Haley goes by. He gets back on the lead lap. Race leader having problems in the Brickyard.
He has got to pit, y'all.
Austin Cindric.
See all the cars going by, unlapping themselves. Will the tire carcass stay on the 2 or will it go on the racetrack? And who jumps to pit road? Oh, right there, it's coming apart. If I can get to pit road, I'm coming right now. This is disastrous for Cindric.
Oh, it is coming apart. Smoke coming out of the right rear of Austin Cindric, the race leader.
Incident 1 for the ending of stage 1. Could we get another right here?
The 22 of Logano has got to be thinking coming to pit road. He does. He peels left. Another car, that's 17 of Busher. All thinking this is going to bring out a yellow. You got to be right on top of it. Bring in your net. Busher on. Gibbs on. It is a
Now everybody is going to pit. This is going to be a game changer. Oh, his tire is coming apart. Oh my goodness.
His teammate has problems.
Joey Logano trying to take advantage of his teammate's misfortune.
Oh, that sucks for Cindric.
Maybe a little still too free, but they're going to make an adjustment, try to tighten him up. The team wasn't sure how much they could give him. They're going to try to tighten him up, Marty.
Allen just past halfway here at Indianapolis, and another swing at drivers and teams hoping they can...
All right, I'll give you the top 10 rundown after this pit's over, but everybody is fucking pitting right now.
And right in front of him, Chris Busher. They said both of them, the car a little bit too tight at the start of the run, but got better the longer they ran out.
Really trying to do anything they can to salvage this right now. They're going to put 2 tires on the 2 car. Now wait on fuel. He's going to be coming off pit road right here. They're going to put 2 tires, they said, assess any damage. And it was a right rear issue. Having trouble getting that side of the car up right now. The plan is for 2 tires. Not waiting on fuel, but worry about that later, Danielle.
Denny Hamlin started dead last today, now up to 11th. Chris Gale just called him in for right side tires. He said wait on fuel, didn't make any changes. Denny likes the handling of this race car.
Hard break for the 26-year-old of Austin Cindric, driving such an amazing race. 40 laps led, managing the fuel, managing the position.
What a
the
tough
tire
break,
goes
man.
down. We saw it live, Dale.
Yeah.
You jumped out of your seat with the back of that car fell. You could see it.
Yeah, he was. You know, we see tire issues here as the teams try to take a little air out of the back of the car, get the diffuser closer to the ground, and it doesn't flatten the tire early in the run. It's such a surprise when we see that so late into the run when the tire finally fails. But the team just getting a couple. We saw the 41, we saw the 2, so the team to start rethinking some of that air pressure. You want to go fast, but you also
All right, we still got some people in the pit.
You see in the pylon when these drivers out front made their last pit stop, everything is cycled around. Bubba Wallace now in.
All right, here's where we're at, folks. Number 1, Bubba Wallace. Number 2, Chase Briscoe. Number 3, Jones. 4, Reddick. 5, Gilliland. 6, Blaney. 7, Smith. 8, Bell. Wow, look at that smoking tire. 9, Nemechek. And 10, Keselowski. As we go back to some music for your listening pleasure.
Never gonna stop falling.
Third caution of the day, second for incident. Trying to give you some praise, and Eric Jones not cooperating.
Some just went down. I haven't got back to the...
The right rear's up. Kind of wondering how this happened, if there was some contact that sent him into the wall, or if he lost the right front tire.
I can't tell what exactly is missing, if that's just the tire or the wheel, or if the wheel fell off. Marty, what do you hear?
Well, the 43 had just pitted, and I'm not sure what that is, Steve, but yeah. And also, Chase Briscoe was coming to pit road. Last second, James Small said, stay out, stay out, stay out.
The wheel got off the right front, and the brake rotor cut the wheel itself from the inside out. And that's what you're seeing on the grass in there.
You see the 43 right here, 45 goes by. Boom, oh, there's the wheel. God. So basically, wow, yeah. Man, that is a hit. What a hit. Yeah. What a weekend for Legacy. I hate it's going this way, but when we dropped the green flag on practice, it was like top of the board by a chunk. Then they backed it up in qualifying. Everything was good. Look at the 19 was trying to get to pit road. The yellow light came, so now he's going to have to pit. And it's going to hurt because so many cars have pitted.
10 to go in stage 2. Looks like 43 hit the wall.
This is going to mix it all up one more time.
Oh, man. Looks like the whole fucking rim.
Boy, then the light comes on, you got to stay out. But would have been a home run if you could get there before pit road closes.
Yeah, so Briscoe, Reddick, Blaney, Bell, they all need gas. I mean, I just think they have to come here. Now, they consistently prove
That's
wrong.
fucking nuts.
Byron, I think, in 10th is right now feeling the best about life. He has fuel and tires, only 12 laps old. Bowman and Priest, you know, hey, Priest's penalty that got him a lap down. Luckily, the yellow wasn't them, so he kind of survived.
Osavar, one of my
so
picks,
we're going to let this
17.
pit road cycle go through, and then we'll have a pretty good snapshot of what the field has.
You look at our pylon and laps since the last pit stop, and everything looks pretty uniform at the top, right? And then after that, it looks like our machine is broke. It's just all over the board, further illustrating what we've been talking about all day long.
Yeah, it's going to be a riddle, you know, or puzzle to see really who's in the best shape when this race comes down to the final handful of
The way
laps.
I'm looking at it is I got 10 laps so I can take a shot.
You know, we had some people really gambling, which we're seeing this now. Everybody's gambling on fuel.
Yeah.
And we had some drivers at the end of last year's race run out of fuel. We had overtime finishes, which a lot of races at this, you know, at Indy come down to, you know, late yellows, overtime finishes. And I don't know that a lot of teams are going to take the gamble on having enough fuel to do that.
This relief lap sponsored by National Debt Relief. When debt hits hard, National Debt Relief gets you back on track. Todd Gilliland back on the lead lap, scored 23rd.
And I think it's worth just cleaning up because so much happened on that restart. We kind of saw all the damaged cars as they reappeared, right? Let's think about this. Busch has damage, Kyle Busch. Allmendinger, look at the cars that are a lap down. Ty Dillon in the in-season challenge had some pretty big hood damage. Cindric had a flat right rear. Suarez has damage. You know, so there's just a lot of damaged cars out there. You wonder if this caution will give them any chance to make it any better. I don't know how much they can improve it. Let's listen to the 11 of Hamlin about their fuel situation.
We're good on one more stop to the end of the race. And the goal will be, you know, running to the end of the stage, and then when the stage starts afterwards, the goal will be got to get going, stretch out the biggest gap we can.
All right, so looking at the rundown real quick, leave the pylon kind of how it is. All the 52s are no good. Byron can do it on one stop. Larson can do it on one stop. Hamlin can do it on one stop. Logano, you're starting to see that trend. So it's a great update on the 11 radio. So in my mind, Hamlin is now running like fifth. I know that doesn't look that way, but other guys have to pit. Hamlin can stay out. He's going to end up like fifth, sixth, seventh of the cars that can make it on one more stop.
Think about the drivers that you just mentioned. William Byron has won a couple of Daytona 500s. Kyle Larson is a champion. We know what Denny Hamlin has been able to do. Joey Logano has won 3 titles. As we handicap things and look down the road, there are some of those legends of the sport that we talk about that have won here and some others in line as well.
So we got a replay on the stop for the 43 car. We'll look at the right front tire changer. The problem is you can't tighten the nut if the car's on the ground. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, right front off, right front on.
Jack gets dropped, and then something makes him go back. No good. Like, if you have to go back and hit it again, the car has to be jacked up, as Dale pointed out. So it's a 15 or 16-second pit stop. They're waiting on fuel. That's just, a lot of teams run open mics where you can just say, hey, wait, jack it back up. And this is what happens. Wheel loose. Oh.
Hold the brake.
Man, what a hit.
Yeah, 9 times out of 10, he's talking about it. 9 times out of 10, if you try to tighten the lug with the tire on the ground, it will not engage and lock the locker.
Yeah, it just doesn't tighten up enough. It's just that single lug.
NASCAR Cup Series racing on TNT is brought to you by Chewy. For life with pets, there's Chewy with everything. Progressive. Save when you bundle motorcycle, RV, and boat insurance. Visit progressive.com. And by PNC Bank. Brilliantly boring since 1865. Under caution for the 3rd time today in the Brickyard 400. Inside of 10 laps to go, stage 2. We've crossed the halfway point in this crown jewel race. The strategy has been a moving target and still anybody's guess what the stretch run will look like here in Indy.
What I love is going to talk about all this fuel and all these different things, and that's what's going to set the field for the final sprint to the finish. And then they take the gloves off and just stand there and just keep punching each other in the nose for the last 20 laps. That's what it looked like last year. I expect this to look no different today.
And it's hard to not have tunnel vision on winning the Brickyard because of everything that this race means, but it is the final race, in-season challenge, $1 million on the line. Right now, advantage Ty Gibbs.
Yeah, Ty Gibbs is 21st. And then Ty Dillon has a nose damage, and he's a lap down. Things are just getting tougher and tougher for this 10 team.
We'll see how much they can repair it under this yellow. And how much Gibbs changes his strategy. Like, do you not engage to win $1 million? Like, that's a tough choice.
At this point, I think the 54 is going to have some issue, some pretty catastrophic issue to their day,
right,
to give this 10 car a chance to finish.
So, all right, so if you're Ty Gibbs, do you want to know this?
I think you know it, the way the car drives.
No, I'm saying if you're Ty Gibbs, do I tell you, hey, Ty Dillon has big problems, so you can limit your risk?
Yeah.
Like on the other side of that, or do you like
I think he knows what it is. He can look out the windshield and kind of add it all up in his mind.
Yeah. Once again, a split at the front, a bunch of cars needing fuel. Blaney, just to confuse us all more, is going to jump onto another strategy. Adam will let you cover that after these pit stops.
I'll just explain it. Give me 12 seconds on the 12 car, and I'll put it right out there for you.
How about the interesting move there, Adam, with Ryan Blaney staying out. They have not pitted since lap 52 for Ryan Blaney. They stay on the racetrack. Meanwhile, Tyler Reddick following Chase Briscoe down pit road. He, too, a little bit of damage on that restart accident earlier, and he said it's just not the same car since that damage happened. He said the car just not as usable as it was earlier in the race. Chase Briscoe and James Small, man, they've caught the fortunate caution so many times this year. Pocono, Chicago come to mind today. They do not get that break. He said, I need to be freer on the front end of the run, waiting on fuel here under pressure from Chase Briscoe and leaving. James Small said we're going to restart about 12th to 15th now in a lot of traffic.
Big run coming your way to end stage 2. Ryan Blaney stayed.
You ready for some music?
The Brickyard 400, presented by PPG.
Tag team back again. Check it, direct it, let's begin. Party on, party people, let me hear some noise. DC's in the house, jump, jump, rejoice. There's a party over here, a party over there. Wave your hands in the air, shake the dairy, yeah. These 3 words mean you're getting busy. Whoop, there it is, Hitman. Whoop. Come on, y'all. Whoop. fool who's so cool. If you wanna get down, I'ma show you the way. There it is, let me hear you say. Come on, y'all. A little louder. Come on, y'all. Louder. Come on, y'all. A little louder. Come on, y'all. There it is. Shaka, 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 shaka. Shaka, 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 shaka. Point blank, gin and juice I drink and bent as I puff on dank. Rock the mic, I crave skin rip. Find a honey dip to dip it in. Slam dunk it, stick it, flip it and ride that B-double-O-T-Y, oh my. Ooh, that's it, come on, whoop. There it is, I'm done. Whoop. Come on, y'all. A little louder. Come on, y'all. Louder. Come on, y'all. A little louder. Come on, y'all.
Indianapolis Motor Speedway, all about history, tradition. We talk about legends being born here. First ever Brickyard 400. Jeff Gordon gets the checkered flag. That was 1994. A couple of years later, it's Dale Jarrett. And he said, hey, we won. Let's go kiss the bricks.
Started a great tradition with IndyCar today follows.
And Tony Stewart, Indiana native, won here 20 years ago. And you know what he did? Climbed the fence. And then we had this period of time, we said, let's go road racing at Indy from 2021 to 23. And it was A.J. Allmendinger who delivered here the first time we went racing on the road here at the Brickyard. 6 laps to go, stage 2. A couple of different cycles here, and this restart is going to be absolutely amazing. It's the Brickyard 400 and our Cup Series coverage on TNT, presented by Straight Talk Wireless.
Yeah, it's going to be like a little 4-lap sprint to try to win the stage. So, Dale has told us that the intensity was going to pick up. This is going to be one of those times we're going to get a glimpse of it.
The knob went further this time, though, I feel like, because the sense of urgency in this race. We know ending a stage, what it can do, and then you also know the reset that will come in the final stage, and you want to establish that track position. What's up, Danielle?
Daniel Suarez with a lengthy stop on pit road, just had splitter damage earlier in the race. Finally a chance to fix it, trying to get the hood down. Finally you see all that tape on each side. Finally just tape the hood shut. We'll see if that sticks in the performance as we move forward. As for the 12 car, we just saw the big fake out and Blaney stayed out. I talked to his crew chief Jonathan Hassler this morning. He said after starting 24th, we're gonna have to find the front by recovering with some strategy. He said we were really confused yesterday after practice why we were so far off from our other Team Penske teammates, but there you saw some strategy staying out. We'll see if it pays off, Marty.
Danielle just talked to Jeremy Bullins, the crew chief for Brad Keselowski. As we come to the choose here, they're sitting in second, same situation as Ryan Blaney. And he said, honestly, this just gives us options at the end of the stage. They will pit at the end of the stage, but that will then make their stop shorter at the end of the stage, Alan. So hoping to gain any track position they can, Alan.
And Marty, I'm happy to be talking to Eric Jones, not here at the Care Center, but just the fact that you're doing okay. Any warning there? We were able to go back and look at the pit stop, see the loose wheel, but what happened behind the wheel?
Yeah, I mean, no warning other than just, slow on the right front. I saw him struggling for a second, but figured we got it on. And then as soon as I turned into 3, I knew we were crashing. I felt it come off. So, yeah, I mean, it looked bad, but it honestly didn't feel as bad in the car as others I've had. So I feel good and, fortunate and happy for that, but just sad for the Dollar Tree team. Just fast car and things weren't working out the best today, but I just wanted to have a shot at the end.
And you heard it, fast cars for Legacy, both him and his teammate this weekend. Tough ending for Eric Jones.
Yeah, I mean, the finishing order isn't going to show it, but I think this organization should circle the weekend because they've been continually improving. But Dale, they took a big jump in my mind on raw speed, both in practice and qualifying. I know execution, some other things, but fast cars fix a lot of things. So if they continue to bring speed like that, it's going to be an impressive finish of the year for the 42 and the 43.
Nemechek inside the top 15, his teammate, as we get ready for the restart. Going to be 4 laps to go on the stage.
Yeah, John Hunter had great track position here last year, an opportunity to run good, but ended up in the wall by the end of it. But a lot of guys in the top 10 right here trying to get stage points. Bowman in the 48 would love to get some stage points here. Bubba Wallace and Busher both have done a good job already today in the first stage to gather points, and they're sitting right here in the backside of the top 10. They also want to gain a few more points if they can. Keep that track position, if not grab a few spots. So this should be pretty busy in the top 10 here for the first handful of corners.
A lot on the line, racing for stage points, maybe racing for a stage win, racing for control in the final stage.
That's the big thing. So Blaney and Keselowski are pitting, but everyone behind them I don't think are pitting. So this restart is your chance to leapfrog on the lead person of your strategy.
Remember Byron in the stage point category because he wants that regular season championship. Got a handful of them in stage 1. 4 to go, second stage. Brickyard at 400, 2 Fords out front, Blaney and Keselowski.
All right, here we go, y'all. Back to green.
Up through the gears, the snake down the front stretch. Big move by Josh Berry back there in that light blue car. Brad Katie is fighting tight from the outside.
Byron was dancing around there.
Yeah, the 24 got really loose down to his insides. His teammate for 5.
Number 1, Blaney. 2, Keselowski. 3, Byron. 4, Bowman. 5, Larson. 6, Hamlin. 7, Logano. 8, our boy Hosafar. 9, Busher. 10, Wallace. 11, Gibbs. 12, Elliott. 13, Nemechek as the green flag
Down into
flies.
turn 3. Those 2 positions could hurt the 24 later in the race. Only time will tell. The battle continues.
4 laps to go in stage 2.
Bowman restarted on the outside of the second row. Struggling to maintain this track position.
Circle this restart for 2 guys, teammates at Hendrick Motorsports. Kyle Larson, William Byron, and here's another HMS car under attack, Bowman.
Hosafar was wanting to go 3 wide there, but the block, the 48 through, made him decide, all right, I'll push you a little bit. Made him decide, yeah, decision away. I love it. I like he put that. That was a nice sail.
Yeah. He was going 3 wide, but then he
Yeah,
decided last minute to go ahead and push the 48. Wild things happening down the front straightaway. Seems to be all sorted out here, but you got the 54 Ty Gibbs going 3 wide down the back straightaway. That looks like on Josh Berry.
There is no out of bounds down the back straightaway, and it seems like on multiple occasions today they run into the grass.
Both those guys had to get out of the gas. The 34 right there of Gilliland. More contact up the racetrack. They're going to get in the fence. No, they're going to save it. Both cars way out of the throttle. Now back up front, Larson and the 12 of Blaney.
2 to go, second stage.
Larson's going to try to put a run together. Takes about a lap or so to kind of develop and set it all up to be able to have the run you need at the end of the back straightaway and the front straightaway. Obviously not in position to do it here. Anyway, to be inside here. Byron says, all right, I'll go to the outside. He's not going to make the pass there. Denny knows that, so that's why Denny gives him the outside. He's like, I know you can't pass me around the outside.
2 laps to go. Pit road is now closed.
5 had the run down the front straightaway.
These were the 2 that were in the front on that big restart last year. When Keselowski ran out of gas, came to pit road, Larson pulled up. It was Blaney that was the control car, but Larson got the jump, got the lead, eventually won the race. They're 1-2 right now, final lap of the stage.
Larson tries to put together momentum off of turn 2.
Be get it ready, baby.
Actually trying to break the draft more than anything down the back straightaway, doing the big snake.
One lap to go in stage number 2.
As they motor off of turn 4 and onto the front straightaway.
Blaney, a NASCAR champion, won earlier this season in Nashville. And this time around, he's going to see the green and white checkered flag ending stage 2. The stage win of the year for Blaney. That's 3rd most. And the first time he's done it here at Indianapolis. Larson 2nd, Hamlin 3rd. Big points for Byron.
And I will read down your stage winners.
Season championship. Brad Keselowski up there. Bubba Wallace, Busher, and Bowman leading points and got as well. final stage to come. It's NASCAR on TNT from Indy.
Here come your stage winners. Stage winners, Brian Blaney, Kyle Larson, Denny Hamlin, Byron Keselowski, Bowman, Hocevar, Logano, Busher, and Wallace at number 10. All right, bear with me a sec. Let's get ourselves a shots glass. A dirty shots glass, probably. All right, this is a pity shot. Oh, hang on. This is a pity shot. To all the drivers who let me down before. All right. Let's pull up ChatGPT here. We are going to add a third driver to the mix. ChatGPT. So our two drivers so far that have let me down are Carson Hocevar and AJ Allmendinger. So let me ask, what was the starting grid for the 2025 Brickyard 400? And it's going to give me those names. Now, besides Carson Hocevar and AJ Allmendinger, what is another driver what is another random driver that I should watch? Tyler Reddick. All right, let's put him on the list.
NASCAR Cup Series racing on TNT, brought to you by Straight Talk Wireless. Real
Tyler Reddick is on the list.
Of Fast, official partner of NASCAR. The Credit One Bank NASCAR American Express card. And by
Tyler Reddick still in the
Let's
race.
Go Places. Ryan Blaney making a pit stop while we were away. We knew he would come down. There's only one problem with this.
Yeah, pit road closed right now, but they were so low on fuel they couldn't run an extra lap. Penalty will be tail end of the longest line, which is super painful because there's 8 or 10 lap cars, so he's going to basically start shotgun on the entire field, but better than running out of gas on the racetrack.
Let's go to Danielle.
Yeah, Adam, I can add on the 12 there, too.
I'm going to ask ChatGPT to give me a
If they ran
good...
out under a caution, he wouldn't have made it back around. You see the 48 is now down and away. Alex Bowman said, I'm tight in 2 and 4, 1 and 3 are fine, Marty.
Daniel, like we mentioned a moment ago, Jeremy Bullins told me we're going to pit here. They're going to try and fill up as much as they can for Brad Keselowski. That then will make their stop, which everyone has to make another one in stage 3, a little bit shorter with 58 to go. Meanwhile, we just saw a glimpse of it right there. Ty Gibbs coming down pit road, giving up 17th. Chris Gabehart said he was going to make the call based on the amount of cars that came down. So what's the play here, Steve, for Chris Gabehart, who again running 17th for taking 4 tires and fuel right here?
Well, everyone behind him pitted, so basically he would have been the last car that didn't pit. So for Gibbs, I think it's as simple as there's really no penalty. You're not going to gain anything staying on the racetrack. Put that fuel in, much like Brad Keselowski. Under green, a short stop might not help, but under yellow, a short stop, maybe you can leapfrog these guys.
This relief lap sponsored by National Debt Relief. Austin Cindric gets back on the lead lap. He's 24th in the running order. The NASCAR Nation crew with us next on TNT.
All right, here's one they're suggesting. Take a shot when a crash happens. A fight or a shouting match breaks out. Somebody says Rubbin is racing or he's got to run. Green flag, pit stops start. Someone gets black. Okay, this is very similar to what I did. Choose 3 drivers, your favorites are. See, this is what I did, and I came up with this on my own. See, doing half shots is too hard to figure out. All right, now that's something else we could add. If the race ends in a green-white checkered overtime, then we could do a shot automatically. But we'll have to wait on that. So, all right, well, while we're waiting, let's get back to some music, shall we?
Taking it back to the old school.
Gets involved in that instant on the restart, damaged the front end. They've tried to work on it. He's having a very tough day, and at times he did not need to have that.
I know, Adam, you said it many times. This is the one crown jewel that Denny Hamlin has not won. He has 7 overall in his career, and you know he wants to check the box today, see what he can do at this final stage.
Well, if you had told him he's starting at the back in a backup car, he would be second for the restart in the final stage. I'm guessing he would have taken that time now for our progressive race recap. You see it here. Chase Briscoe starts on pole, wins the opening stage. Shannon talked about it. Stage 2 goes to Ryan Blaney. He had to make the pit stop when pit road was not open because they were running low on fuel. And Denny Hamlin, can he finish the deal? Brickyard 4.
That's got to give you so much confidence if you're Denny Hamlin, and it's got to give you so much pride too if you're Joe Gibbs' employee to be able to back up car.
All right, so we're lap 104 of 160, which means we have, if my math is correct, 56 laps left.
So second position, and we start his final critical stage.
Oh, yeah, 56 laps.
For Hamlin here.
Talk about those drivers front row for the restart. Leading us off, Allen on Kyle Larson.
Adam, Jamie, and Parker, we're talking about drivers wanting to know the entire scenario and information. Cliff Daniels, crew chief for Kyle Larson, laid it all out for Larson. Take a listen.
It's going to be you getting as big of a gap as you possibly can. Burn, burn, burn. Save now under yellow. Burn under green. Get a big gap. That way we've just got more room to work under green.
And that gap is so important because Cliff Daniels explained the driver's 6 on back. They won't need as much fuel later. So the bigger advantage Kyle Larson can get, they'll have to take more fuel, but it can take away that advantage some of those cars behind him will have naturally. So get as big of a lead as they can is what Kyle Larson is instructed to do, Danielle.
Denny Hamlin running second right now. Impressive after starting dead last in the field because of an engine change and a backup car. It sounds like competition director Chris Gabehart's voice here on the radio explaining strategy to the end.
So everybody good on one more stop is roughly about 15 laps away from this restart. When the pit cycle would probably start, you can make it clean. Obviously the deal will be everybody will be pushing for clean air, trying to stretch the guys behind them everything they can.
Whether that was Chris Gabehart or Chris Gale's voice, Steve Letarte, what do you make of him alerting Denny Hamlin as to the field situation?
So we got to assume this is the last restart. And if that's the case, this pass could be for the win. This restart could be for the win. Then everybody gets in position. They're all going to pit at roughly the same time. We can't say with 100% confidence how much fuel everyone needs. They're all playing a cat and mouse chess game of how much they're saving. But as a driver, that's not your concern. You have to run this restart right now like this is the restart to win the race, even with 55 to go, because it may be the last chance you go up through the gears side by side with somebody. But remember, Larson got by Byron on the last one. That was a change of control of the race in the current situation.
Last year, Larson had to come from behind. Today, might be playing defense. He's in control here. Restart final stage, and on the front row with Hamlin. Two drivers that know how to deliver in big-time situations. Final run, Brickyard 400.
Green, green.
Green again at Indianapolis. You hopping out of line, looking for something to happen.
Oh, 5 up the track a little bit. That drives Denny up the track. He has to jump out of the gas.
Byron peeking into 2.
Gave up the entry. I think they get a good run on exit, but he has nobody back there to push him.
Big blocks coming down his back straightaway. Byron, or Larson up front is trying to break the draft.
Byron was thinking he was going to catch Denny sleeping and jump out of line, and Denny did not arc the corner.
Byron knows how good that car is, and he also understands, as you talked about, Steve, the importance of this restart and gaining control of the race. So great to see Carson Hocevar up there. They got all these drivers that have delivered in big-time moments.
Green wide back there going into turn 1. Reddick on the inside.
It appears that my girlfriend is on her way out.
In the third group.
Remember, Reddick thought he had damage earlier.
We are under green, y'all.
It looks to me like that 45 car has pace. Briscoe's still under attack, cannot get to the bottom.
Trying to battle on the outside of Priest right here. He's lost 2 spots. Doesn't want to lose a third.
Now I assume he'll stay in line with Briscoe. That'll help him a little bit.
Hocevar's in 4th, y'all.
Priest, he's going to try. No, he's going to concede.
Hell, if he gets the lead,
Spot away.
I might do a show.
You see how Dale shook his hand. He's like, there's no way he's driving on the outside of Priest right there. I like that.
Bell, you're not helping his teammate. Looking to the outside.
What a move by Bell. This works.
20 was top 5 in this race a year ago.
Going to look to the inside down the front straightaway, though. He's going to side draft. This 19 struggling. Here comes the 42, and Nemechek to the inside as well.
Toyota's trading spots. Bell gets by, trying to bring Nemechek with him. Briscoe trying to rally the outside lane. All this happening for 10th on back.
I like that move by John Hunter. Good car. Be selfish. Don't push the 19. Go on by. Make it happen for legacy.
I do wish Suarez could do a little bit better this year.
Now the 19's going to have to block.
I like him.
Perry right there in his back door. Finally, sort of stave off the momentum from all those cars behind him. That car doesn't look like it's driving all that great for Briscoe.
Got to get give some credit to Josh Berry as well. This has not been a good place for him. 2 starts here, 1 in Xfinity, 1 in Cup. Both times he had problems, recorded a DNF. Big crash here last year in the Brickyard 400, but they're hanging in today, riding 13th. And behind him, an Indiana guy from Riverback, Indiana, Justin Haley, having a good day, solidly in the top 15.
Maybe she's not coming out here. I thought I saw her walk outside.
Comfortably ahead of Hamlin, Byron, Hocevar, Logano. Everybody pretty much paper down right here.
Got fastest lap of the race, lap 108 for Denny Hamlin, though back in second, so just a lap ago. You talk a lot about fuel and all those things.
Tyler Reddick is in 7th.
Up at the moment.
He's my other guy.
It just puts a big smile on my face when these two are at the front. 7 times they finished 1-2, Hamlin and Larson. And here they are on the biggest stage. And some big pit stops coming. When will they make that stop under green? Stay with us. It's the Brickyard 400. You're watching NASCAR.
All right, time to go back to the music.
Bring it back, y'all. Bring it back, y'all. Bring it back. Here we go.
It must be Angie on the mic. The butter pea, honey, got the sugar, got the spice. Roll the L's tight, keep the rhymes right. Yo, I just made this motherfucker up last night. And I'm the rookie on this all-star team. Me and Kim is getting cream, like Thelma and Louise, but on chrome. Never leave that Brooklyn shit alone. So if you say it's on, then it's on. Bang this in your whips. Pack them coat roadie with the chips in the wrist. Here's a French kiss. I dismiss all you chicks. Spit 6 from the 4th, 5th, make it dance. Ow! I stay focused. And the dopest, like a penny with a hole in it. Y'all just hopeless and topless. I ain't lying. Trying to knock me off, keep trying. All it takes is one phone call to my street team. Promote that ass like a soundtrack. You jack, sit there, send it off with the 850. Y'all missing the buck with the bump. Biggie in the truck, in the buck to my double. Let me see you do the bank head if you're riches. It's the rap made West, the QB. And I got all my sisters with me.
Choking your paragraphs with laughs, get you back up on the right path. Ain't no stopping me, ladies from club hopping, gets my rock on. From flavors to frozen at paradise joint. Booty shaking with the glass in my left one. Right hand saying stepson. To me, my girls is fancy fly misses. To my great snitches and to the mother chicos. Lady pimp ain't taking that trip. If you ain't got the cash to stash, catch a brick hole. Strictly your bell ringer. Lay another finger on this big bad wolf, Miss Lady Rap Singer. I be the one to blame as the flames keep rising to the top, and it don't stop. Y'all see how these bogus misters trying not to notice the dope sisters approaching with good intentions, but focusing on their riches and fit. Too hot to get that ass about the kitchen.
Came at lap 109.
Right behind him there, Denny Hamlin and Levin trying to keep the pressure on. And Byron as well, still all right there together as they go through turns 3 and 4.
It's like you can just feel it starting to build, don't you, Adam?
Lap 113 of 116.
They're all positioning themselves. Hamlin's on 2
47 laps to go.
The last stop was so short. I think that Larson and Byron have more fuel on board, and therefore need a shorter stop. I think Hamlin. Now look, he started last. You don't get the second by. You have to pay the piper somewhere. And I think they've just been short on gas, short on gas, short on gas. It all worked out. I think you get stretched out, but this cycle green pit stop.
I think it's safe to say as the day goes by, I'm feeling a little bit better and better, but
have a bunch of caution and restarts. We've seen that here as well.
it has been crazy
Buffalo
Buffalo.
is where you're going to make the time. Kind of looking back in the field here, looking at SPG running into
Hocevar at 4, Reddick at 7. I don't know where the hell Almendinger is.
SVG came in here, had a great qualifying effort, his best qualifying effort on an oval, sitting in 17th position, which was probably his best result on an oval. He had a really good run here in the Xfinity Series last year. And this is his first start in the next year. And I would think that for a road course, a guy who grew up right on road courses, as SVG did, coming to Indy would be the most similar oval to road courses because you have all these 9-intervene corners. So it's not surprised really to see the gains he's made here. You can watch this 54. I thought Ty Gibbs might get up there and battle SVG and take the spot away. Ty Gibbs just passed Alex Bowman just a lap or two ago to take over that spot. But good shout out for SVG making the gains on the ovals like he wants to.
Hocevar is about 2 1/4 seconds behind the leader and about 1 second behind Byron. Oh, goodness.
Just don't parts of a moment ago. Your pace is too slow. Pick it up. The reason is they cannot be further behind Kyle Larson than 4 seconds. Right now, 2.5 for Carson Hocevar. And that window for this final stop's kind of quick.
Yeah, I think they can make it for 42 to go. I would probably wait for 40 to go unless a whole bunch of cars pit. You see everybody kind of positioning themselves. My point about not being so concerned, unlike a road course, is just I don't think we're going to have a wave of cars. Barry's the first guy to come pit road. This is a little bit of a big gamble from further back in the field, hoping he gets a little lucky. Now, he'll probably lose a lap from where he pitted from on the racetrack. We'll have to see that, depending on how long the pit stop is.
44 to go for him, Alan.
Yeah, an early gamble. We've seen these Penske cars gamble before. Josh Berry was last in at lap 93. Quick stop for Josh Berry on and off. Let's see what he can do with it.
So that'll help him dramatically. He won't lose a lap at all. So that was my point about how much time they spend on pit road. So now this is kind of now going to set the bar. Anybody that comes off of pit road will compare to Josh Berry because we believe he can probably make it to the finish on fuel. So the leaders are on the front stretch. Yeah, he still might lose a lap. It's going to be very close. 22 of Logano. So now this is what's going to happen. They're going to just kind of trickle in a little bit every lap for the next 2 or 3 laps, I imagine. Alan, now you have Joey Logano in front of you.
Yeah, another Penske car, another aggressive strategy. And this is part of their plan. They've worked all day to get the handling right on this 22. Feels is pretty neutral, but it's probably about the best he said. It's been all day long, driving down the road, just waiting for it to get there. We'll see what he does on tires. And again, another one. They need as much fuel as the rest of the field. They got 2 right side tires on. Waiting a while. He's on and off.
Now let's see what the leaders do. I think they're in the window. 42 to go. I think you're going to have to hit pit road. Larson, Hamlin, and Byron. One of these 3 is going to pit. They just can't stay on the racetrack. These 2 go to the wall. How about Byron in 3rd? Does Byron peel off? He does. Byron peels to the left. You see him top right of your screen. William Byron onto pit road. Here it is. The big move for the 24. One of the first leaders on pit road will check his stop. Remember, upper left. Upper left is the track map. We're looking at that 5. The dark blue dot is the 5. That is the race leader. That's who you want to compare Byron to off pit road. But the most important thing for Byron here is clean stop, no mistakes, must be full of fuel, Marty.
Trying to get the 12 Brickyard 400 win for Hendrick Motorsports. William Byron has been in the game as a top 3 car all day long, but not quite as good as some of those leaders. They're going to come down pit road here with 42 to go. As you mentioned, see inside of their window, William Byron's a little too tight. Rolling up, waiting for fuel to make sure they're good to go to the end. Chase Briscoe coming down pit road as well with that pit stop. Number 1 dominating the race early on, but his car a little bit too tight here in the second half of the race. He pitted from 20th position.
Briscoe started on the pole on a stage, has led 34 laps today.
Briscoe's going to have a hard time beating this 5 car down the back straightaway, but I think he might do it. There you see the 19 up off of turn 2. Here's the 23 coming on the pit road.
How about Bubba Wallace, Marty?
Yeah, he said I just need to be a little bit freer, especially in turns 1 and 2 for Bubba Wallace. 41 to go, bringing him down pit road. And it is a scorcher in Indianapolis today. Earlier on, he asked for an extra water bottle in the car as well, and just right sides and waiting on the fuel for Bubba Wallace, Alan.
And Austin Cindric got himself back on the lead lap, and he's been running well. Remember, this is a driver that led a bunch of laps so far earlier, but had that rear, right rear issue on the racetrack that cost him potentially the race win. Austin Cindric on control for his last field stop.
This is so interesting, right? Because the 5 is leading the race, but all these cars coming off the road, like the 19, the 24, even the 21 of Barry is up the road a little bit. You see right now another car blending off. That's the 17 of Buscher.
Ty Gibbs making a stop. Got to execute here when you think about in-season challenge, Marty.
Looks like it'll be $1 million day for Ty Gibbs, but still, in terms of the race performance, not what they expected today. This 54 car had terrific speed in practice yesterday. Just been struggling with the handling of the car, especially here in the second half of the race. Chris Gabart hanging his driver down pit road with 40 laps to go, and still a number of cars that have not made that final stop. When do they make the move to pit road?
Kyle Larson coming down, Denny Hamlin. They're going to do it with 40 laps to go. You have to execute. Here's the 11, Danielle.
Denny Hamlin says right now to his crew chief Chris Gale, my car is pretty neutral. The 11 seems very happy with it, Alan.
Kyle Larson and crew chief Cliff Daniels said the best part of their team is their ability to adapt this strategy that's happening right now. They're going to wait, give the key tire, and he says, wait for me. Cliff Daniels says, wait for me to give you the cue to lead. Waiting. We're going around. They're actually putting 4 tires on the 5. Letting them go, Marty.
Keep an eye on the left-hand side of your screen. Let's see what William Byron comes out with his teammate Kyle Larson. Carson Hosen are also pitting right here. They were going to wait on fuel. They told him, we are not going to wait now. They had a little bit of a lap advantage. And now watch the blend, Adam.
Well, it's a big confusion right now because I thought the 24 is the best. Will he get in front of Larson? But the 22, Logano, is up the road again. There's Larson, bottom right, upper left, William Byron. So the 2 Hendrick cars, Larson is going to have control. Now I think Cliff Daniels is going to have to tell Kyle Larson that bright yellow pencil paint scheme, so famous here in Indianapolis, but that's the guy you have to go run down. Can Paul Wolfe and Joey Logano find a way to take...
I think I said this before, but I'm going to go inside next to get me a snack or something. I'm a little hungry.
Also in between as well, the 20.
All I had was eggs today, so...
Logano made his pit stop at lap 117. He took 2 tires. Talked about Bubba Wallace, talked about Tyler Reddick.
A lot of people pitting right now.
We talked about fuel load and all of that. Kind of there. I know the running order and the pylon says something different, but these guys have played their hand. We know the cars that they have. The 22 car had a 6-second pit stop. Man, 37 laps is going to be a long time out there to try to figure this out. Logano, you see right there, Paul Wolfe, right side, so good at manipulating these races. And I know he's not leading on the pylon, but these cars can make it to the finish, or we hope they can, from where they pitted.
So clever that this strategy started from the very beginning of the race. Because you know that they needed to make that short pit stall late in the game and literally leapfrog the 5 car Larson, which is probably likely the fastest car on the racetrack. So you also have the 2311 boys in there as well.
Roger Penske bought Indianapolis Motor Speedway 2019, but he only
Oh.
had 1 win here.
I think we're going to a commercial. I'll be back, y'all.
For the captain today.
Carefully, I don't give a damn if you don't care for me. The rhythm I keep, cause I'm like a rhythm I take. Filling the weight, pluggers off the 9 milli Luger clip. Let us bust, we just keep kicking up dust. And you can spread rumors, this is making me sick of the head tumors. Humor me by hugging me, saying you loving me. Envious player haters be bucket. I could tell cause the thug in me wanna do illegal things. For cheese, need to give me more with these VVs. And them 3s, BTs from overseas. Pimp diced out rollies, stuff from the police. Keep my wallet obese. Who the Windy City woman still coming and gunning straight from the shop. Tonight's the night for the ladies be keeping it tight.
Something on this track. You ain't gonna use me to just be singing hooks. What I look like? somebody? Take it out. Yeah. Oh, what a night. You should be like Miss instead of being like Mike. I like to ride ponies instead of riding bikes. Me and Lil Kim got the rhymes to incite. I gotta catch a flight. Round 3-ish. You see us from electric to Elias. Wanna be us. I'm out. Ooh.
Let's listen into the 5 radio.
22's good on fuel. The 22, 23, 45 are going to be close on.
All right, 1 Haley, 2 Kozlowski, 3 Jubilant, 4 Blaney, 5 Leg, 6 Logano, 7 Wallace, 8 Reddick, 9 Larson, 10 Berry, 11 Byron, 12 Hamlin, 13 Briscoe.
You think they can make it? It doesn't sound like a lot, so I need you to push. Even if you can't pass it, don't let it slow down. Push that uncomfortable feeling, Dale, right? Keep the pressure on.
I'll be shocked, though, if anyone runs themselves out of gas, knowing everything that they have at their fingertips with technology. knowing what the 19 Briscoe did in Pocono, all of those things give me the confidence that they know how to get these cars to the finish. Will they be able to run hard enough to keep that 5 car behind them for the rest of the way?
You know, something else to think about here. Brad Keselowski was in control of this race late last season. Similar strategy to today. They ran it really ultimately ran out of fuel. We got ready for overtime. Ryan Blaney pitted 2 laps behind him at 104. I'm trying to suggest they can go all the way, and you need cautions to do that, certainly, but something to keep in the back of your mind depending on how everything rolls out here.
I will tell you, this car's running nearly 52.5-second laps. So they're like a second and a half slower than the lead. I can't believe they're trying to stretch it, but if you're ever going to run out of gas trying to win a race.
29 laps to go.
And when you have a win, right? I mean, you got to roll the dice here. Yeah. What do you see, Marty?
Well, and remember, Brad Keselowski tried to separate from his last stop last year at lap 101, but there were a lot of caution laps within that. So we'll see what happens with the 12 car. But Steve, I think it's a fascinating debate for those who think they can make it to the end and maybe not make it to an overtime. That's the current state of affairs in the NASCAR Cup Series. These crew chiefs are willing to gamble. They will pick and say, hey, I might be able to make it to the end. I might not be able to do overtime, but the risk is worth it to win a big race like the Brickyard 400.
What do you want to have? Track positions?
Well, this is really reminding me a lot of another bright yellow car owned by Paul Menard. Stretched the fuel really well to be able to win at the Brickyard.
First career win for Menard came right here in Indy.
Now you say, well, what's Justin Haley doing? He's thinking if we run long enough and the caution comes out, he'll have a tire advantage. Or if he just, say he pins when he needs fuel, and then the caution comes out, he can stay out and have a better tire advantage. He's trying to find an advantage. Keselowski the same way running here in second.
But if you're Justin Haley, you're leading the Brickyard 400, you're from Winnemac, Indiana, 110 miles up the road, you can take all you can get, right?
Gainbridge, a big part of Inspire, absolutely. Years, so there's a lot of good reasons to be out front. Todd Gilliland, same thing. His car's probably never driven as good as right here in third. He's like, this is what the leaders drive like. Man, these things drive good in cleaner air.
This track's been great for him. Top 10 here last year, and his best run ever in a Cup car came here on the road course, his rookie campaign 2022.
Better than the crossings. He's only needed a whole dozen golf balls after Friday.
Oh, look at this!
22, right rear down, Dale. You talk about getting aggressive. The race leader. Well, technically not the race leader, but the leader on fuel has now had a flat right rear tire.
Another Penske car as well.
Cindric earlier was leading, and now the guy that was the leader in the cycle, once everything came through, Joey Logano, tire problem, under green, 26 laps to go.
This is going to hand control of the fuel sufficient cars to Wallace and Reddick, 23-11, now leading the group.
Here's the three-time champion making his pit stop, Alan.
And not much on the radio from Joey Logano. Just waiting to nurse the 22 all the way
Looks
down.
like Joey Logano is having to make a pit because of a right rear flat.
On the right rear, we'll see what it does here. In his box, they're going to call 2 tires right now, assess the damage.
Well, that kind of sucks for him.
Car to get him back out there.
You also know that they're running as hard as they can run, or as hard as they ran all day long, really putting the stresses, putting the tire through all of the stresses and pressures more than they have all day long. And same thing down this long back straightaway, multiple laps on the tires. And there's a failure, and Bubba Wallace sees it. He's trying to get out from behind the 22 as quickly as possible. Doesn't want anything going through the radiator of that car.
Brad, I got no power.
No.
Able to get it fired up or no? Looks like he's able to get it going.
No power. No power. I got no power.
No power in the 2. Now he's 22, and now he's far enough out of the pit box.
Now, does this generate a caution?
It could, where he's sitting on pit road.
Yeah, he's sitting right in the middle of pit road.
Yeah, that's how it's coming now. It could push him back into the stall.
Here, Brad Keselowski can make his pit stop, and you saw the crew gesturing as if they just want to get him pushed and get him behind the wall, maybe.
Finally, there's power on the way over 22.
And here here come the top two. Justin Haley, Brad Keselowski. Felt like they had to make a pit stop. We knew Haley did, and they're coming here with 24 laps to go under green. Brad first with
Haley and Keselowski, the top two, are coming under pit. Logano has no power on his car now for some strange reason.
23 to go for Keselowski, who twice here in the last 2 years has come close to being in a position to maybe win the Brickyard 400 laps of pit for the final time with 23.
That's going to put Blaney up top, followed by Leg, Wallace, Reddick, Larson, Berry, Byron, Hamlin.
So I'm interested because this 12 car knows that could have been a caution. So the fact that Blaney stayed on the racetrack tells me 30 seconds up the road.
I apologize. Blaney did not pit.
Ryan Blaney trying to pedal this Bedard's car. It'll be a long way on fuel.
23 to go in the Brickyard 400, and the best is yet to come.
All right, let's go to some music.
Bubba Wallace to bring a win home from Indianapolis. Well, fuel's the question for me for Ryan Blaney last on pit road at
19 laps to go.
6 laps. But these Penske Fords have proven time and time again they can go further than anybody. It would be impressive, almost unbelievable. But if Blaney could pull it off, he currently has about an 18 or 20-second lead over cars behind. So he's got room to save gas, but I just can't think he can make it.
As you handicap the drivers inside the top 5, the one you really feel good about is this guy, Kyle Larson. He's led 19 laps today. We know they're in a really good position on fuel. They took 4 tires on their last stop. Larson trying to go back-to-back in Indy in his 4th race of the year and doing a solid job right now, 5th with 18 laps to go.
Yeah, this is an interesting little blob of cars right here. The 45, 5, 21, 24, 11. Some you may be saving a little fuel. I think the 45 has them all backed up, all on top of each other, and they're going to be blocking a little bit, trying to maintain that track position. Here comes Blaney on the pit road.
Yeah, question answered. 12 just can't make it all the way. I imagine this is going to be a short stop, Danielle, for Ryan Blaney.
Yeah, I just asked Jonathan Hasser a moment ago, could you make it on fuel? He said, no, we're going to have to pit. You see the guys coming over the wall.
So Reddick's currently at 4. He's one of our guys.
It's not surprising at all when they pit in these situations, and I think the same.
I gotta be honest, guys, it's been a relatively boring race.
Boy, is it fun to think outside the box and what you might be laying in wait for these teams as they roll the dice. So all this cycles around Bubba Wallace in front of his teammate Tyler Reddick. Larson is now 3rd in the running order. Barry up there with Byron, Hamlin, Briscoe. Interesting collection of drivers inside the top 10. Not just drivers, but the organizations with which they represent.
Remember, the last restart was the start of the final stage. You talked about that could be it, and then it was all about a green flag cycle. Really, all the leaders did a really nice job, but you got to hand it to
Bubba Wallace now in number 1. Go Bubba Wallace. I got a soft spot in my heart. A soft spot in my heart for Bubba. I've been drinking a little bit.
He's a difference maker, right? How long it takes them to put that can in. They had to wait on fuel a little bit, but not as long as you take 4 tires. Look at this mess on the racetrack. But that was the move of the race.
Y'all. Hear that?
Bubba Wallace. But now that we have Larson to 2nd.
I would love to see Bubba Wallace win.
That 23 car has, because Larson's going to be...
Bubba, Reddick, Larson, Barry, Byron, Hamlin, Briscoe, Bell, Busher, and Hocevar round out your top 10. Slowski, Nemechek, Priest, Bowman, Smith, Gibbs, Gillibrand, Haley, Elliott, and Cedric round out your top 20.
Driver like Larson on the offense.
17 blocking down here, Busher. Blocking the 77. Keselowski with a run right to the back bumper. That's going to cost him a little speed. The 42's there. Nemechek can't go to the outside, and here comes Priest. He dives in there. Nemechek shuts the door.
This is all the stuff Bubba doesn't want to see end up in a yellow flag, right?
All of these cars in the line right here for position. And everybody's trying to save a little fuel, but keep their track position. Save a little fuel, don't let nobody pass.
And only 4 cautions today. 2 of those for incidents, so it's been fairly quiet, but as you said, Bubba doesn't need it now. Let's get an update from pit road. Here's Marty.
A lot going on for Tyler Reddick. Jr. just mentioned trying to save fuel, but also not lose track position. He had to give up a spot to Kyle Larson. Also a little bit of a concern that not only about the fuel as you ride on the Xfinity onboard mobile with Tyler Reddick, but also he said, I have a right rear vibration. Junior, I don't know. I've seen so many right rear tires go down today, but Tyler Reddick's going to ride it out off the brake move.
Yeah, that's pretty brave. I wouldn't want to have a vibration going this fast. I mean, kind of failure. But just kind of impressed, you know, these guys, they you know, we're hoping maybe to get some yellows to be able to help gain the fuel mileage, to be able to race a little bit harder, push the throttle a little bit more. But he had to let the 5 car go ahead. Now he's holding up the 24 Byron. Byron needs to push a little bit here to be able to find a way around this 45 car.
Up the road, Kyle Larson, you see him at the bottom of your screen, 0.6 of a second faster than Bubba Wallace. Lead down to 5 seconds. 14 to go. 5 seconds is a long way. We will see.
Yeah, he will run him down. Then how much fuel and how much pace will the 23 have for those final laps?
About the impact on the leaderboard too. I've talked so much about Bubba Wallace and the time he spent in his career in the next-gen era around the bubble. But a win means the bubble doesn't matter anymore. He'd be locked into the playoffs. Chase Briscoe 7th after starting on the pole.
All this focus on fuel. Chase Briscoe also radio to James Small a moment ago. I have a right rear vibration. It's getting worse. He said, do you want to come to pit road? The spotter did, and then James Small said, no, stay out there if you can. As long as you can stay out there and it doesn't get much worse than where he is right now. take care of it. So, see, that's a lot of time. A lot of drivers talking about right rear vibrations late in this run.
You can see how it's shaking the camera on the bumper of that car. Pretty significant shake to the camera, shake to the car. That's got to concern the driver. It's something, you know, they see the tire issues from the Penske cars. They know there's been some problems. They knew last year we had similar issues. They know late in the race we're going as fast as we've ever gone. All day long we're putting a lot of pressure and load into the tire, more than we've done all day long. Do we have the right air pressure to be able to withstand what that tire's going through?
What is it about any race here and the drama that comes as you see the checkered flag at the end of the tunnel? It's just so hard to finish one off at Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
Say what you want about stage racing, but it's really made this third stage pretty intense in every single race that we go to.
And now we go in-season challenge. Ty Gibbs running 16th. Ty Dillon 3 laps down in 30th. Just got to finish the job. If you're Ty Gibbs, you win the first in-season challenge and pick up the $1 million. Be a good day for Toyota. $1 million and a win in the Brickyard. Bubba out front by 4.5 seconds over Larson, Marty.
And Adam, just think of what's right in front of Bubba Wallace. There has been no driver in the next-gen era that has been on the playoff bubble 16th or 17th in the standings more than Bubba Wallace. And here he sits, not only looking at a possible Brickyard 400 win with 11 laps.
You know what? My heart is with Bubba right now. Come on, Bubba.
Steve, I can't imagine what he's feeling right now. All the pressure.
Yeah, I'm going to do a shot at the end of this no matter what. But come on, Bubba.
If he can finish these final 10 laps, and also he would get to celebrate a Brickyard 400 win.
Yeah, right now he just wants this thing to run green, right? He wants no caution clearance. He has the pace. I thought Larson was making a run, but I will tell you, Bubba matches his pace right away at a 51 flat that last lap. So
come on, Bubba. When you got a name like Bubba, you got to win a race.
And will this race run green with all these vibrations and all these blocks being thrown around this racetrack?
Think about the car owner. You know, Michael Jordan always had a flair for the dramatic. He was able to deliver in the clutch and all the big moments and all the big events. And now Bubba trying to do it here and get a 23
Hello, my name is
victory
Bubba.
in a crown jewel race, the Brickyard 400.
My name's Benjamin Buford Blue. Friends call me Bubba, just like one of them old redneck boys. Can you believe that?
Pylon there, Josh Berry lost the spot to Denny Hamlin. Denny Hamlin now trying to put the pressure on the 24, William Byron. Coming off turn 2 here.
What a job by the 11. Started last, right? So he had to find a way, and they were just continuing to short fill this car to get to track position. And now here he is running inside the top 5. Just an amazing job from the weekend.
Yeah, Josh lost those spots to the 24 and 11 quite a few laps ago. Hang on there with it as well. This is a tough little spot here. Catching lap traffic late in the third stage. You're catching lap traffic in the wrong spot. You have to lift or can't get off the corner. Present an opportunity for somebody to do something at the end of the next straightaway. Right here, the 24's got a little bit of a run on the 45 down the front straightaway. Reddick's going to block way down low. Trying to keep that 24 behind him into turn 1.
Racing for third as they...
Oh, the 45 hits the corner.
Here comes Hamlin, and there goes Byron for third.
Reddick on
Look at that shit.
This is the entry, slides up the corner, opens up the door for the 24 to go through. Reddick complaining about the balance, complaining about the vibration. I'm sure he doesn't feel comfortable with that car entering so shallow. And now he's defending 11. Denny Hamlin to the inside. Reddick's going to let him have it. Reddick way up the track. Here comes the 21 of Berry. Berry right to the inside into turn 4. Multiple spots there for the 45 car. Just one lap.
Great effort for Josh Berry. 7 laps to go at Indy. The lead for Wallace, 3.7 seconds.
That says 7. This one I'm watching says 8. 8 laps to go. Wallace ahead.
But if he didn't have the pace, Larson would be running up down.
Come on, Bubba.
Amazing laps on this race.
Come on, Bubba.
Larson, but he doesn't have to go fast.
That's enough to manage
Benjamin
this, but easily the
Blue
second
Bubba.
fastest car on the racetrack every lap.
Now it's 7. I got 2 computers running, and one's running audio for this one, and I got the video running this one.
Interesting to see him run a little bit low there. Wasn't sure what was going on, and I'm sure these guys are.
7 laps to go. Come on, Bubba!
Get to the finish line and get tons of instruction from the pits, from the war rooms back home on how much throttle to use.
Now, can you believe it? After only 5 years playing football, I got a college degree. Mama was so proud.
I'm so proud of you. I'll hold this.
Congratulations, son. Have you given any thought to your future?
6 laps to go.
Dark clouds up in the sky.
Hello, I'm Forrest Gump.
That changes everything. 6 laps to go.
You're in the Army now.
Onboard camera. It really does. I mean, it changes a lot. There's a lot of cars kind of in the mix here.
Yeah, there's a lot of cars.
Looks like we got ourselves a coffee.
Seeing how it was only my induction.
There you see the clouds that kind of pop up here over the top of the racetrack. And Bubba Wallace, I think, is one of those cars.
Well, we got ourselves a caution
It's
here.
really
What
tight
happened?
on how far they can go now. They're probably saving as much as they possibly can right now. But again, to push this car beyond the design
All for weather.
They'll be asking a lot. I think Larson, Byron, a couple of those cars are comfortable with the green white checker.
How did that happen?
Edition.
Bubba said I needed 5 minutes. Just 5 more minutes.
Today, and I was already getting yelled at.
And it's exactly what the same year in Indy.
Sit down if you want to.
I didn't know who I might meet or what they might ask.
You ever been on a real shrimp boat?
Here you go, y'all.
Well, I've been on a real big boat.
I'm talking about a shrimp catching boat. I've been working on shrimp boats all my life. I started out on my uncle's boat. That's my mama's brother. When I was about maybe 9. I was just looking
Bubba!
on my own and got drafted. My given name
Benjamin Buford Blue.
Blue.
Call me
People
Bubba.
call me Bubba.
Redneck boys, can you believe it?
Yeah. Can you believe that?
My name's Forrest Gump.
People call me Forrest
People call
Gump.
me Forrest Gump. So Bubba was from Bayou LaBatcha, Alabama, and his mama cooked shrimp. And her mama before her cooked shrimp. Her mama before her mama cooked shrimp too. Bubba's family knew everything there was to know about the shrimping business.
I know everything there is to know about the shrimping business. Matter of fact, I'm going into the shrimping business for myself after I get out the Army.
Okay.
What's your sole purpose in this army?
To do whatever you tell me, drill sergeant.
God damn it, God! You're a goddamn genius. That's the most outstanding answer I've ever heard. You must have a goddamn IQ of 160. You are goddamn gifted, Private Gump. Listen up, people! Listen up, people!
Now, for some reason, I fit in the Army like one of them round pegs. It's not really hard. You just make your bed real neat, remember to stand up straight, and always answer every question with, yes, drill sergeant.
That's along the butt. On a good day, you can catch over 100 pounds of shrimp. Everything goes all right. 2 million shrimp in 10 hours, and that's what you spend on gas.
Done, drill sergeant!
Jesus, y'all.
Why did you bring the weapon together so quickly, Gump? Jesus H. This is a new company record. If it wouldn't be a waste of such a damn fine enlisted men, I'd recommend you for OCS, Private Gump. You are going to be a general someday, Gump. Now, disassemble your weapon and continue.
Anyway, like I was saying, shrimp is the fruit of the sea. You can barbecue it, boil it, bake it, saute it. These are shrimp kebabs, shrimp creole, shrimp gumbo, pan fried, deep fried,
4 laps to
stir
go.
fried, pineapple shrimp,
Under caution.
lemon shrimp, coconut shrimp, pepper shrimp,
Shrimp soup, shrimp stew, shrimp salad, shrimp and potatoes, shrimp burger, shrimp sandwich. That's about it.
Night time in the army is a lonely time. We lay there in our bunks. I'd miss my mama. And I'd miss Jenny.
All right, that's all for Bubba. That's all for Bubba. I'm gonna bring y'all back to the race now.
Overtime situation.
4 laps to go.
Kind of thinking about the track has enough temperature in it. We experienced this yesterday in the Xfinity race. We'd get a little bit of a drizzle and immediately it would dry relatively quickly. And so there's the rain. So you know, coming down pit road here. So we're not, in certain parts of the racetrack, not really seeing that much rain, but this will be interesting. We want to race a podium one time and only rain on turn 2.
It's going to rain. You're going to lose the track. It's just the laps are going to run us out of fuel for the year.
That's a tough predicament to be in.
Oh yeah, it's wet now. Look at the truck with windshield wipers on, leaving tire tracks.
Son of a gun, man.
If the whole track gets wet, it takes forever to dry. If it's just one corner, we'll see what NASCAR does.
We've literally got weather in one corner.
Here's
of
Marty
the track.
Snyder.
Yeah, Adam, the drivers were just told we're coming down pit road and stopping as it starts.
They are going to stop the race with 4 laps to go.
Good call here by NASCAR to stop the race at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I think so. As soon as we started talking, now the rain is coming. So from what we saw, it was going to be a little small cell. Obviously, we'll see what it turns into. I really want to go back green. I think the finish would be exciting. But proud of Kyle, proud of the team, you know, to be in this spot to me.
Well, shit.
If we go back green, where would your advantage be? Do you feel like you have a fuel advantage over 23?
We do, but it's small, and I think everybody in the top, I don't know, 2 or 3 rows is probably in a very similar position on fuel. So yeah, then it's just a matter of, do you get another attempt at a green light checker where you burn fuel on the 1? We're definitely good for 1 attempt. And yeah, hopefully, you know, we can get a good restart and race it out with Bubba. Certainly going to be a fun into the race. I hope we get there.
Typical Indianapolis, so much strategy. How hard was this race to keep up with you and your engineers up here?
Well, there certainly was a lot going on, and you know, credit to some of those other guys that were full at the end of stage 2, and that let them take you know, rights in a shorter fill under green. Kind of knew that may play out, and to see it happen and have to keep up with it. Really,
I honestly thought we were going to get through this with no weather.
Definitely a mix of strategies around us. This race always kind of presents that, and now just
well, tell you what, y'all, let's go ahead and jump to some music while they figure this shit out.
It kind of has stopped here on pit road, and Adam, you can always count on the jet riders to come right by you.
Murphy's Law, Marty, you know, I'll say this, if we were just talking about it right before the caution came out, maybe 10 laps ago, about the drama that seems to always unfold late in Indy, and how hard it is to close the deal. And I said it, 5 more minutes of no rain, and the race is over. And Bubba Wallace might very well win this thing. And now, the total complexity change.
Fans see the 3 and 4, still know what the yellow's for. I mean, there's been a raindrop 1 at that end of the racetrack. I mean, this is really crazy. We just feel fun of the track color.
dum 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 dum. Ooh ah ooh ah. What I do, monkey say, monkey do.
Y'all want to do the rain delay shot? Why the fuck not? I'll do one, then I gotta take a piss. L'chaim. Be right back.
Sun.
I wonder if I could sing a little karaoke. So I'm going to be real straight up with y'all. I've been under the weather, of course, but I want to sing some karaoke while we're waiting. So let's give it a shot. If I fuck it up, I fuck it up. If not, I don't. So I'm going to try to do something kind of mild here. So let's give it a shot, all right? Hang on. There we go. We are going into overtime. They are going back out. I'm going to sing this song, and then we'll go back out there, all right? I think they should just call the race myself. So close, no matter how far. Couldn't be much more from the heart. Forever trust in who we are, and nothing else matters. Never opened myself this way. Life is ours, we live it our way. All these words I'll just say, and nothing else matters. Trust I seek, and I find in you. Every day for us something new. Open mind for a different view, and nothing else matters. Never cared for what they do. Never cared for what they know. Never cared for what they know. No matter how far, couldn't be much more from the heart. Forever trust in who we are, and nothing else matters. Never cared for what they do. Never cared for what they know. Never know. Alright, we're gonna end that right here. Alright. I want to keep that going, but God almighty. We're gonna end that right there, because oh God. Woo! I just can't, y'all. I just can't. Alright. So here's what's happening, y'all. We are going to a overtime 2-lap shootout. Green-white checkered. Bubba Wallace has a chance. Bubba Wallace has a chance. That was a little ambitious for my lungs, so I stopped. I mixed a little for y'all, though. That was fun. All right, so here we are. Wallace 1, Larson 2, Byron 3, William Byron 3. That's what I was trying to say. Hamlin 4, Barry 5, Briscoe 6, Reddick 7, Bell 8, Busher 9, Hocevar 10. By the way, I wasn't just being, when I took that, for the rain delay, I took the shot, it was a red flag technically, so I was supposed to take a shot. Didn't realize that till afterwards, but. Alright. But,
he chose the top, which I think was going to work, but then Larson...
Here we go, y'all. We're going to see how this works. This is this is overtime, technically. So it's a 2-lap shootout, green-white checker. If there is a caution...
That's the question. Byron is not going to push
I don't know all the rules, actually. If there's a caution, I think on the first lap we're good. If it's the white flag, you just race to the end. So I think that's how this works.
Monday or maybe sooner.
But we're about to find out.
So that's the 20...
This has been a relatively boring race, except for the end. So, and I'm going to do a shot at the end. Especially if Bubba Wallace wins. Bubba Wallace has a very special place in my heart. So good for fucking him. That's all I can say.
And the launch is the critical part of this restart.
I just love that you said, what does Bubba do? And Dale immediately went to the guy running third.
Yes.
And it's funny, but it's real, because it's not just about where you are, but where is your partner, and who do you have coming from behind to give you the shove you need.
In a perfect world, Denny would want to line up behind Bubba, and Byron would want to line up behind his teammate.
Let's be Josh Berry. We haven't even really talked about him in fifth. I mean, they're not choosing this time, which is just another lap of fuel their guys are burning.
Man.
Let's get some reports from the pit lane before we get to choose, Marty.
Just checking in with Bubba Wallace's team. Charles tonight told me, yes, we are good for 1 overtime. I said, what about overtime number 2? He said, that one I'm not so confident in. Think about, Alan, what's right in front of Bubba Wallace. The possibility of making the playoffs. The possibility of winning his first ever crown jewel race. It's all right here. Do they have the fuel to make it to the end? And is it just 1 overtime?
And Kyle Larson knows all about that. He was the chaser last year to get it done and to get
all right.
the brick and get the brick.
Let's make this 1 overtime and make it happen for Bubba.
For every scenario, that's what this 5 team is good at. And
I'm going to take my ass
just
down.
telling Kyle Larson, look, if we have to hit that emergency switch, go to the reserve tank. The best thing to do under green is start swerving on the straightaway to make sure the fuel is in that pickup. You can't be near the wall and get that fuel in the car. That's if we need it. So again, they're planning ahead for every scenario, but they think they're okay, Marty.
This choose very interesting for William Byron. Yes, they're going to stick with their teammate Kyle Larson, but how good of a teammate will you be when a second crown jewel in 2025 is on the line for William Byron? He'll push Larson, but would he take the chance to make it 3 wide? We'll see, Danielle.
Denny Hamlin go from last to first. He is lining up 4th on this restart. Just ahead of him, Hendrick teammates and Bubba Wallace, who drives for him at 2311 Racing. Denny Hamlin, if he wins his first ever Brickyard 400 today, would pull off the Grand Slam, having won the 3 other crown jewels in Cup Series racing and win number 59 of his Cup Series career. He just announced a 2-year contract extension this weekend to stay with Joe Gibbs Racing, who he's been racing for the past 2 decades. Can he pull it off, Double A? We're about to find out.
Boy, a lot of drama going to unfold here.
So I think, listening to that
Come on
conversation,
now.
Bubba Wallace maybe gets inside here. 24 is going with his teammate to the outside.
Come on, Bubba.
That's a guarantee. And I love being on the inside. Bubba Wallace can then hide a hand gesture. Being on the inside, you get your hand out the window a little bit. You let the 11 car know when you're going to get on the throttle and start to accelerate. You maybe hand gesture to the 11, the following car, just slightly before you get into the gas so that he can then meet your rear bumper and you both can lock up and go. And so the outside line won't be able to see that, won't be privy to that information.
Here.
So let's see, it's choose time, no surprise.
Are we going?
25. Oh, 24 to the bottom.
We going? We going?
And that puts
We
Barry
going?
on the outside.
We going?
I feel that the bottom is going to be dominant.
So, yeah, what kind
No,
of...
we're not going.
My brain just cramped a little bit.
Like,
Wallace in that Yoda.
How much, if at all, will he push the 23 down the front straightaway toward turn 1?
So I will say, while it is a bit baffling, man, for the race fan, I'm also, I don't know, a little enthused that it's not about teams. Like, at some point, I want to see the stars settle it. I know they're teammates, but if William Byron thinks he can win, and that's where he thinks he can win from, there's a part of me as a sports fan that I don't really love hearing about all the organizations. I want to see William Byron do what William Byron was. Let's remember, a year ago, Brad Keselowski was on the front row, ran out of gas, coming to the restart, and had to turn left. And that's what messed the whole restart up right here. That orange-black car, Brad K. hits. That makes Blaney the control car. He doesn't get a great restart. Larson clears him on the inside. Game over after a whole bunch of melees.
Yeah, big wreck behind him set up another green-white checkered, and then Priest ended up spun out off of turn 2.
Come on, Bubba.
Yellow.
Double overtime a year ago. At least one extra session here today. Front row, Bubba Wallace, Kyle Larson. For Bubba, it would be his first win of the year and lock himself into the playoffs. For Larson, he would end the summer slide, get back to victory lane, and go back-to-back in this crown jewel event.
I mean, the storylines are just heavy hitters. Briscoe back in it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
you look top 4 or 5 rows, and not that there isn't a great storyline when you win a race like this, but a lot of them really rearing their head here as we anticipate overtime.
And I'll still be shocked if it's one shot. We have to see the white flag for this to be the last one. And it'll be impressive if they can get 2.5 miles in without a massive disagreement somewhere in the field.
We were 5 minutes from being done in regulation.
Overtime, 3 to go. Let's do it. Come on, baby!
In the Brickyard.
Bubba!
Bubba Wallace in control. Larson to his right. Here we go with OT #1 in Indy.
I hear them green, them engines revving up.
Bubba gets a great launch. The 5's getting a push though to get drawn right up inside on the outside even.
Don't let him get you, Bubba.
Will the momentum carry him off turn 2? I think he's going to have a chance.
Kyle Larson is there coming off.
Don't let him get you, Bubba. Don't let him get you. Go, 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 go!
Crossover down the back straightaway.
Calm behind, surprisingly pretty calm for the front 10. You see Blaney jump out of
There we go. We got the green. Go, baby, go!
There's the big wreck. We're looking for the yellow out.
Zane Smith.
45 though, and the 22. Several cars getting damaged. And the 54 trying to get it stopped. He's like,
Oh, Kyle is all over him, though. Bubba's out front! Bubba's out front!
Yeah, Reddick's choice to pit is going to end his day early. Now I think they have a points advantage. All the work all year.
Come on, Bubba! 2 to go! Come on, Bubba!
So calm, too. I thought we were in good shape.
And when they got off 2, I'm like, okay, maybe Bubba's got a chance to get it back to the...
Oh, we got a caution in the back!
It all broke loose.
All hell has broken loose.
Hated for Zane, who was running 13th and in line for a solid finish. Here's 5 audio, Kyle Larson.
Depending on how quick they get it cleaned up, we still should be okay here. Do a good job saving for us, like you are.
You know,
some mama bitch.
Daniels, except for his monotone nature, because I can't tell how confident he was in that statement. You know, I'm an emotional type guy. He's very even keeled.
Let's see how Zane Smith gets turned around here down the back straightaway. On left, right side of your screen. Oh, Christopher Bell gets into
Excuse me.
You know, it's kind of hard to tell from that angle. Looking at it from maybe head on, we can see if there was a block. Here we go. Zane's blocking a little bit low. The 20 just gets hooked and turned into him. I don't know if he mistimed it or got a little.
I got audio from ahead.
Just a.
If there was anyone on the 20.
I'm not seeing what they're seeing yet. Hang on.
Yeah. Either way, results the same. Zane Smith is not going to be happy.
Right front wheel.
Yeah.
Totally broken. Yeah, the 20 just
Son of a bitch, man.
Left into hooked him. Just ran into him. So that was just big misjudgment. It's an odd piece of contact there. Oh, this ain't gonna be fun.
You reckon it's front, right in front?
Reddick started on the pole last year, finished second.
That was Reddick, by the way.
Crashed late today, takes him out of contention.
Fuck me sideways! Hey! Wait a minute! That's a shot!
Yeah, it looked like maybe Christopher Bell just misjudged. He was trying to dive late.
Is that not a fucking shot?
To the inside of the 38. Terribly misjudged.
His radio sounds the same way. He said, man, I didn't want to do that. It was just it reads like a mistake.
Look at all these cars trying to avoid the great shot.
Alexa, what number is Tyler Reddick?
Fuel up to 16th now.
In your lane. Nice and easy.
Alexa, what number is Tyler
Don't hurry to
Reddick?
get there.
You're good.
This is Christopher Bell right here. That was, I don't know what that was.
Keep coming. Keep
That was
coming.
just terrible.
Absolute.
Yeah.
That is terrible is a great way to put it.
Yeah.
That was just terrible.
What about the leader, Marty?
This could very well end Bubba Wallace's shot at the Brickyard 400. This was from Charles tonight just moments ago. Listen.
Keep saving R here. They're obviously not in a good spot on fuel. At a minimum, we got to get to when pit road is open.
At a minimum, Steve, he said we have to get to when pit road's open. And I think the Knight's issue now is he's worried that Bubba Wallace may not be able to make it back around until pit road is open. They also told William Byron, very high chance we're going to have to pit.
Yeah, that's
as well. So that'll be first and third that feel like they have to pit before the second overtime, if that comes to fruition.
Man, that's just... 5 minutes. Adam said it multiple times. 5 minutes before the rain came, just a handful of laps. Bubba Wallace doing everything he could do. But all of this disappointment, though, I just want to go back to the start of the day. Dale, you and I were down on the desk and we talked about what it was like to race here. And then Jamie McMurray told us about what it was like to win here.
I hate to say that.
And all of this
disappointment and turmoil and challenge and stress is what
And unfortunately,
Jamie McMurray got to experience so
I've
much,
lost
right?
track
I mean, that's just it. You and I have lost way more races every one, but we just know how much it means when you are able to kind of put everything together.
Larson running second, Alan.
And Stevie talked about the monotone of Cliff Daniels, Kyle Larson's crew chief. You don't hear worry on the radio. You just hear him reminding, hey, we are in a better fuel situation by 2 laps than Bubba. About 3 laps better than Byron. So they feel confident again. They went through every scenario. Should he run out, go to the reserve, all that stuff. Don't hear the worry on the radio that they're about to run out.
I go back to Bubba Wallace, and you don't want to lose the lead here, right? And you don't want to run out of fuel, but this magnifies, because if you run out of gas, not only do you not win the race, you think about the points battle they're in, and now you have to make a stop, and maybe you don't get back around and all those things. This is tough.
Pit road's open right now. Green light's on. They're coming through turn 4. So the chances of them getting to pit road are good. Just having to pit out of the lead of the Brickyard 4.
That wasn't even a planned shot.
Oh, I know. Will he
do
it? Will he do it?
Doesn't look like he's going to do it.
He's not. Yeah. Nope. They said, we're going to run out of gas. We're going to just... Pit road was open that time. No takers. I think we looked to the right. The light's green, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right there. Green light. Man,
Go for it, Bubba.
Living on the edge.
Well, now I'm confident we're going to have a third, because somebody's going to step on the go pedal and it's not going to go.
Marty?
A lot of debate on the radios. If they, I'm hearing on William Byron's radio, if they choose next time, it will be really close. If they go one more
Reddick
lap,
was 45.
they cannot make it. So they might have to come down pit road. And I will tell you what, since that radio communication from Charles tonight to Bubba Wallace, there has not been a word spoken on Bubba Wallace's radio to say, hey, come to pit road or anything like that. Not a word as far as I've heard.
You start thinking about shoes here. Bubba goes inside again, you assume.
Good for Bubba.
William went behind him as Larson went to the outside, but I go to something Larson told us here over the weekend. He said last year when he chose the
I might be
inside
rethinking
behind
that now.
Keselowski,
It's
one of
already
the reasons was we felt like he could run out of fuel, and that would allow us to restart on the front row. So if you're Byron here, you could be sitting in the catbird seat to get on the front row if Bubba is to run out of fuel. Something to think about as you manage the choose in these last moments in this race.
God, it's hot as a motherfucker in here, y'all.
There's a lot to untangle.
Oh. Marty?
And Charles tonight did say, stay out, save for your life. So Bubba Wallace, maybe a playoff spot in front of him, maybe a Brickyard 400. They do not know if they have enough fuel. And they just told William Byron, we should be coming to the choose. It will be really close, but we too, not pitting obviously. So if they choose here, Steve, these teams think it'll be really close to make it. If it really goes one more lap before they choose, they cannot make it. That's how tight it is on this fuel.
All right, look at the flag man right out in front of me, out the pagoda. He's got that caution flag wrapped up in his hand. That tells me we're coming to the choose. I'm old school. I know we talk about the radio, but I remember the Saturday night short track days where that's the guy that was in charge of everything. So
the margin of being a hero versus feeling the heartbreak in the Brickyard 400.
He's my favorite, man.
Double
He's
overtime.
my
Hey, dealing with a
I don't know what it is. I just want to see him win one,
point there, Adam. You got the concern over
I like
whether
Bubba.
you're gonna.
He's a good guy.
You've worked all day long, no matter what the race is, no matter where the race is at. You ran all day long to put yourself in this position to succeed. And on top of that, you got some cars coming to pit road. Chase Briscoe looks like he's coming down the pit road now.
yeah, so Briscoe, he had to throw the towel in, right? Because pit road's closed this time. They close it with 1 to go, so it must be a fuel issue for the 19. All right,
let's see what the choose looks like.
I assume it's bottom 23, bottom 24. Let's see. Denny continues to pick the bottom. He doesn't want the outside.
Are we going? Are we going?
Larson's already had one crack at it.
Are we going?
So now you have a little bit of a glimpse of the game plan of what Bubba might try to do. Does it get more difficult if you're driver 23 to hold off someone of that caliber on a restart?
Bubba's one of the best in the series with restarts. I think he's got to feel pretty confident. Take a look at the last restart the 21 of Josh Berry. So the 23 of Bubba gets a really good launch.
Next lap, we're
almost
going.
clearing himself, trying to get over in front of the 5. But Josh Berry is pushing his 5-car Larson back up to the outside of the 23, giving Larson a shot there, giving him an opportunity off into turn 2. I think that's experience that Bubba Wallace can expect on this next restart. Probably not going to get this awesome, incredible push from Byron. You know, Byron had an opportunity to really get behind him there and push him. It didn't look like it worked out. The outside line was more organized. Bubba would love, though, to get another great launch and see if he can't clear right in front of that 5-car.
Charles, when do you want the switches? What do you want to switch?
What do you want me to do with the switches?
Yeah, at this point, some guys run the fuel pickup split for a little bit of heads up. There's no reason for a heads up. You might as well have whatever you think picks up the most fuel flipped on, and if it sputters...
Prior to the restart zone. Flip the switch prior to the restart zone.
All right, so what they're trying to do there is just make sure everything's full, right? So you run the switch one way and then flip it. Good thing, I guess it's a good thing, but with the banked racetrack, you know, high banked racetrack, sometimes you have problems on the yellow like a Talladega or a Dover. Here, with it being flat, it should be pretty good to keep the fuel where it needs to be.
Thank you for your
I'm nervous.
Yeah, I'm nervous. I'm nervous for Bubba or any of these guys up front to run out. I'm also nervous for the guys in the back to avoid what kind of chain reaction that might create, right? You've seen so many accidents sort of toward the 10th, 15th place on that back straightaway.
Overtime number 2 in the Brickyard 400. Bubba Wallace, Kyle Larson, row 1.
This time the launch is really even between.
All right, here we go, y'all. Come on, guys. Come on. Come on. Come on, Bubba. Don't run out of gas on me, bro.
Flying high, they'll miss the corner wiggle right there with Larson.
Bubba Wallace gets it done again. 23 out front off of turn 2.
Will we stay green? Do they have the fuel? Those are the big questions.
If they can get back around to the white flag, the next flag will win the race. And they're getting aggressive in the back of the pack, down the back straightaway, into turn 3. Bubba Wallace leading.
Oh, we got a couple of cars up the racetrack so far.
Come on, Bubba. Come on. Come on, Bubba.
Bubba Wallace will lead off 4, coming to the white flag. He needs 2.5 miles worth of snow fuel.
Come on, Bubba.
Next flag ends at 1 lap to go for Bubba Wallace. Larson not going away. Trying to win his way to the postseason.
Still 5 back and have a small run. Be ready for the late dive.
Larson with a bit of momentum down the back straightaway. It's not going to be enough.
Does Bubba Wallace have enough fuel?
Hamlin is around Byron.
White flag.
Byron's out of fuel, Steve.
24 is out. Will the 23 make it? They were both so close.
Here they come off of turn 4.
Final lap. Come on, Bubba.
The Brickyard belongs.
Come on, Bubba.
Wallace wins in Indy, and he's going to the playoffs.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Thank you so much.
Not yet. Not yet. Not. Don't count it till the chickens hatch.
Awesome job, everybody. Way to grow some fuel. Good job, boys. So I need a big trophy case to film. Yes, sir. I appreciate you, brother.
Toyota wins the race. Toyota
Don't count it yet. Don't count it yet. You better shut the fuck up.
First year.
Yeah, Bubba wins.
The $1 million.
This will be a popular victory in the garage. Bubba's got lots of friends.
My motherfucking Bubba won.
See one of his best friends. Right.
So proud, brother. So proud of you.
Really happy.
Y'all by the field. We had a little bit of a yellow the first time, that second time.
Got too
pushing
hot,
and
y'all,
shoving, but
sorry.
they found a way to finish this thing on the green.
Fucking Bubba won, man.
Bubba Wallace busts the bubble and wins his way.
Man, he had won like 100 races, y'all. This one breaks all the rules. This one's for Bubba, y'all. I'm so happy for him.
I remember when they started 2311, and Michael
So
Jordan
happy
very
for
aggressively
Bubba.
said a few years ago.
My man, Bubba.
Oh, man.
He probably ain't got enough fucking gas to do donuts. Goddamn, Bubba.
Always got a chip on his shoulder, you know it? He's a father. His mindset has changed. And I go back to Michael Jordan at Daytona prior to that first year of competition for 2311. He said our expectation is to win races, win championships.
All right, Bubba.
Continue to deliver.
Was so good here last year, came here this year, trying to find the same speed that they showed in 2024, and Bubba Wallace said it on the front row, disappointed a little bit that he didn't get that pole at Indy, but he walks away with the checker flag, opportunity to kiss the bricks, forever a Brickyard 400 winner.
Second place on Saturday, the first on Sunday for Bubba Wallace. Turned the front row start into a trip to victory lane. Third win of his career. Got it done at Talladega and Kansas prior to today. Ninth win all time for 2311. And for Toyota, win number 198.
What a celebration in front of the 2311 race team. 5 to go in the regular season, and what a time to get your first ever Crown Jewel win for Bubba Wallace. Adam, you said it. They can't take this one away. He'll forever be a Brickyard 400 champion and a winner at Indianapolis. And what an impressive drive, saving fuel. Team didn't know. Charles tonight debated on bringing him down pit road, but he stuck with his driver, and they pull it off here at Indianapolis. Well, when you and I chatted this morning, you had a smile on your face when you and I chatted this morning, but what were the nerves like before that second overtime? Because there was a real debate about whether you needed to pit or not.
I'm wore out. I thought about every which way to Sunday, besides driving a race car under that red flag, and oh my gosh, man. Just so proud of this team. That adrenaline rush is crazy because I'm coming off that right now, and I'm wore out. But I just want to thank everybody behind you right here, all these guys, all these men and women at Airspeed for making this possible. And thank you. I don't see my wife and my kid, but welcome to Victory Lane, Bex. That's pretty cool. Officially, Daytona was Daytona, but to overcome so much, thank you. And to put these people here in victory lane. That's what it's about. It's about these people that continue to push in me, believe in me.
That's how sweet it is, y'all.
Man, just so proud. I appreciate all you guys. Thank you.
Here comes Bex and Amanda. They're right here. They want to celebrate.
Oh, he got a pretty little.
The tears for
is that a
everybody.
baby boy? I
Give
think
them a
he's got.
family
Or is
moment.
that baby girl? I can't tell. Yeah, pretty wild.
Watch my back. Bex gets to celebrate with Dad.
Poor little dude.
What does this moment mean as a, you're going to hand it back to Amanda, tears in her eyes. What does this moment mean to have the family here and to celebrate now as an Indianapolis winner?
Unbelievable. To win here at the Brickyard, knowing how big this race is, knowing all the noise that's going on in the background, to set that all aside is a testament to these people here on this 23 team. It's been getting old running on the cut line.
Yeah, you have a lot of detractors to your career, Bubba, and what would you say to those folks right now?
It don't matter. I'm already winning at life. I got the best wife, the best kid. People are always going to say something. I am excited to see how far the goalpost has moved. So I get to go and chase that now. So how many days since my last win?
100 since his last win. And zero. Yeah, now it's zero. That's right for Bubba Wallace. He wins the Brickyard 400. And by the way, welcome to the playoffs as well for the 23 team.
That was a trick question.
That was pretty good. He said, how many days since my last win? He says it's 100. He goes, no, 0. That was pretty good.
Bubba's just such a great guy. He races hard and wears his heart on his sleeve. He's worked really hard internally, personally, to get himself in a good place. Dealt with a lot of struggles.
Man, I'm so happy for him. I watched, what was it?
Get to a place to where he can go out there and
which
bound and win such
one of the series they
Let's
did
take a
on
look at the
Netflix
restart to see how all this
I thought
developed.
was just great.
He drove a great race, and he was
Hey,
tested twice.
y'all, I'm going to get out of here. This was awesome.
One of the
This
best was
was
ever.
just
Twice he beat him on the restart. This here, Larson stayed door to
so
door.
good to
through turn one.
watch. I'm going to go. I need to just, it's just time to go. What can I tell y'all? That was great. It was not one of the drivers that I chose, but it was one of the drivers that I really like. And I don't have a driver per se. I'm not a one-driver guy, but I do like Bubba Wallace. So congratulations to Bubba Wallace on that win. I cannot believe we have been streaming for 3 hours, 25 minutes, and 43 seconds, but we did. So I meant to break that up, but it just didn't happen the way I wanted it to. So thank y'all for hanging with me. We will see y'all next time, and love, peace, and upon a neck bone.